So first we'll turn on the audio and hope the audio is actually going through and doing the whole audio thing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's moving.
Yeah.
Are we live?
Oh, this is moving? It looks like we're live.
We're live. Hi, people.
Hey, are we live? Can you hear us? Can you hear me now?
How about now?
How about now? How about now?
Well, Jerry Rig Props is first.
Yes.
Congratulations.
William
You're
Connors.
the winner.
You're the winner. You win first.
Pretty prestigious, if you ask me.
We got a yes, so I imagine they can hear us now. Ah, good. Right on.
Can you hear me now? Good.
So this live stream, we're going to talk nothing other than spoilers for Spider-Man, because no, I'm not going to at all. I saw it. I loved it.
It was good.
It was
worth
great.
It.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yes, it's totally good.
I have not seen it, so.
Right, I'm not going to, I don't want to do
You can't spoil
spoilers.
it. No.
No. But, loved it. Jerry and props, only first cause I have no life. Aw, Jerry. Sean Carg, yes, finally got here on time. Good. Who else? We actually a pretty good amount of people going on. We have Stephen Deitchy. I said that wrong. Deitch, right? James All, hi y'all. William Connors, Eric Gordon. Everyone's saying hello and good morning, good evening, excuse me. Because we're all at different points of the planet as it rotates. Ralph is here, sweet. Hello, Ralph. And Ben and Lynch. Well, people, what's the crack? Well, today we're cracking on with working on the Ghostbusters Proton Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because who are you going to call?
Somebody else.
Yep.
So I've got my duct tape tea.
Cheers.
Duct tape coffee. Cheers.
I got creamer. There's stuff in it there too, but it's delicious.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty.
So we did this part that the thing gets stuck to.
We did this part that the thing got stuck to last week. Yes. So
right? It's just like a bunch of greebles until it's all put together, you know?
Even then, it's still just a bunch of greebles, but we all agree it's a proton pack. Yeah.
I want to name a gerbil greeble.
Okay. That's not a bad plan.
Although I did have a hamster named... No, a guinea pig named hamster.
You had to give me... Okay.
A guinea pig named hamster.
I had two mice. One was named Cat, and the other one was named Food.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Cat, as mice do, Cat passed away first, and I had Food for like another year. What's your mice's name? Food.
I really did enjoy Hamster. He got along with Toby. They were bus
cool.
buddies. Yeah. He would squeak when we got home.
Uh-huh.
He liked...
Guinea pigs are cool.
Pineapple basil was his favorite. It was like candy to him. He'd get so excited.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it grown in our yards every once in a while. He'd be like...
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, Toby and Bruno aren't here, but I do like them.
Yes.
Think about them.
Right.
Okay, so we got greebles, not
We got
gerbils.
greebles. We have gerbils. We have greebles. We have he gave these names. I forgot what the names were. This is the crank. This isn't the crank box. That's something
The
else.
crankshaft. That's what we were going to be starting the next part.
Right. But we need to make the hallway for this, and then I don't remember if we start doing the strips on this immediately or not. We can.
Well, we have a lot of pieces, and he cuts them all out first, and then he starts sticking them together.
Sure.
We're kind of just cutting them out as we stick them together.
Right.
So as long as it's the pieces we don't have to cut out aren't on this big piece, I think we can go for it.
Okay.
Because I'd rather cut this big piece out before starting to cut all those little bits.
Right. Well.
Options, right?
Options. We can do that. We can always cut the big pieces out today just to do it.
That's okay. I'll follow your lead. It's like
All
you
right.
do this or something on a
Sometimes.
normal basis.
Sometimes. Rubber-based builds. Oh, sweet. Hey, James. I have the very same to you. And right on. It's Christmas, and I've always got way more of a Lego. I'm way more enthused about Lego around Christmas time for whatever reason.
Trying to give the family the hint. What do I want for Christmas?
I just want more plastic bricks. Dude, you have, trash cans full now. Yeah, and there's new ones.
But the set and
the
the right
set.
colors, and there's only one of this specifically.
Right. And there's new characters. And I'm super excited that with the new collectible minifigures coming out next year, they're going to have purple space. There's a alien who's got this logo on a purple body, so it's the first time they're going to make purple classic spacemen. There are no purple air tanks available, but you know,
Working
baby
on
steps.
it. They don't need to have. They don't need to breathe.
No, I don't need to breathe.
No, air's not important when you're plastic.
Right? There's no faceplate anyway. Ralph was also enjoying the Lego space shirts, which is cool. Steven is asking if you're chilly today, Felicia.
It's actually barely starting to warm up. I might actually take off my coat in a few minutes. Like, we got 2 heaters, one there and one there now.
Right, because that one up there is not really spitting out much heat.
No, it really isn't.
No, it really isn't.
But
because there's the type of heater that is. It's able to modify the air a little bit. So when the air is 35, it can't warm it up.
I get it, and I also just gripe and complain about the cold a lot.
Yeah.
I won't gripe and complain about the heat, but the cold.
Right. Okay. So, Sean Carger's got a tee with Jay and Silent Bob drawn as Lego minifigs, which is very cool.
Ooh.
Yes. I like it. Alrighty. We're doing the things.
We gotta make a proton pack. That's what we're doing today.
We gotta cut out the hallway, so things need to get from the one half to the other half.
Is it
They can
labeled
go to the
hallway?
I believe it is. That's like number crank generator little bot. No.
This is crank generator little box top, and it's one of those.
Right.
things.
So no, that's not it.
This one
It might be in there because it might be that long skinny one.
There you go, crank generator hallway.
Yep. Alrighty.
I'm glad you know where we're going with this project. That makes things a little easier.
And then where's the rest of the crank generators?
This is the crank generator little box top.
Oh,
So 7,
that's
8.
this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We already did that one. Did you put the ones we've already done to it?
But these things?
Yeah.
That's
The decorative?
That's the decorative strips.
So those need to be cut out post that piece.
They should be, yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All the little pattern markings, they mean something.
Yes, they do.
They mean nothing until they mean something. You know, it's a shape until it's like, oh, okay.
It's what? shape.
It's a shape. But that line meant something, and that's not just a regular notch. I did need that notch. It wasn't just a speed bump. My aunt used to think that notches were just sewing speed bumps, so she would cut out the little triangles and sew around them anytime there's a notch on the pattern.
Oh.
She's like, I thought it was just so that you didn't spell too fast.
Oh. Okay. So she had those weird little puckers on her seams.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was still stuck together. Still
Yeah?
technically worked.
Okay.
But I always think of them as speed bumps now. You know,
I
like
would
I'm just
too.
going to go over the speed bump. You know. So what are people saying?
I'm foam.
Your next Halloween costume?
Just a big block of foam?
Foam man.
Foam man.
He's foaming at the mouth. I don't know. We need to get out those cosplay tools that have the V cutters. Because all of these pieces have those cuts, it looks like.
Right. But
We already did this one.
And we already did number 5.
We already did this one, but this one still has it. Unless you are just going to, since it's a little cut, going to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah, I figured you would. But
as much as I talked to you about not winging stuff.
no, I know, but I encourage the winging. Bad influence, just saying. But yeah.
I don't want to cut.
No, you don't. And we got to do 2 of everything.
Right.
Because that just makes it extra complicated, but easier at the same time.
It's just pretending like it wants to be.
I don't know. Is that a Australian ruler?
No, this is not. This is made in the USA.
Oh, okay.
Or presumably the Bates Manufacturing Company in New Jersey. So I'm assuming it was made in New Jersey.
So it's
I've had this a very long time.
okay.
26 millimeters.
26 millimeters.
What
do you want? Razor blade?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. That one's
not your favorite one?
Not my favorite one, yeah.
I get it. I want the one that's sharp and works.
Right. The 9mm blade, that's how wide it is actually a thinner blade than the 18mm blade.
And why do we want the blade to be thinner?
It's less effort to pull it through the foam.
Okay. I would have thought that having more of the surface area would make it...
Well, that's what I assume.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, it seems like it... seeing Discord notifications pop up.
I will look at that. I will close up the blade first.
Okay. Right, you probably need the mouse. Do we need to change sides?
We can, but you could just also hold the mouse over here. I can see from there.
Okay.
Just saying.
Robo Base Builds is saying he gets nostalgic for big movies and goes to the cinema.
Right,
See?
it's an experience to be in the theater.
I was not nostalgic. Watch Afterlife last week. My mind is buzzing with pop ideas. Oh yeah, I bet. Oh, okay, now I'm following the full conversation. Sean Clark saying he's not big on watching movies in the theater. He just likes to wait for them to be on DVD. I've had friends like that because they just don't like dealing with other people.
Oh no, I can completely see, I don't want to be around other people. I want to experience this in the safety and comfort of my own home where I have the best snacks and there aren't people ruining things while it's going on. But
I can pause.
But I also appreciate how loud the sound gets, that it rumbles your whole body, that you're like, ah!
Right.
It's an immersive experience if you could just... I'm really good at ignoring other people, so it doesn't bother me so much. But like you said, I have friends who are...
Yeah. I really enjoy going to the theater because of the other people. Going to go see Spider-Man, it was a lot of fun. People cheering, you're supposed to be cheering. People booing, you're supposed to be booing. People were into the movie, which was a lot of fun.
The shared experience of enjoying it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, too. Yep, I think there's benefits for everything.
Yeah.
And it depends on... Some movies, you're only going to get to see it big once. And I want to see it big.
Right.
And that's what I'm paying for, is the bigness, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm glad I saw Ghostbusters really big. I saw it IMAX.
That's cool.
That was... Some movies, they feel more magical when they're giant.
I'm really glad I saw Ready Player One on the IMAX because there was just so much Easter egg, hidden stuff in every frame. You could actually see a lot of it because of its size.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to watch that on video and catch all the little details. I was like, yeah!
Well, I saw, what was it? Return to Oz with my friend. She gets motion sickness from the 3D element, so we just saw it regular theater.
Okay.
No 3D. And it was alright. I didn't really like the movie that much. It was okay. You know, I got excited about it because I'm a huge Oz fan.
Cool.
And it was alright. But then I went back with James from the costume shop because we were going to watch it for the costumes. But he insisted that we go IMAX 3D. Okay. And it was a whole magical world. It really did feel like you were stepping down the rabbit hole. You know, like...
It made a big difference.
Like... So you know how black and white to color was such a big dramatic difference when that movie came out, and it's kind of the whole magic of The Wizard of Oz? Yes. I feel like it went from that very flat movie to a very dynamic movie in a magical way. Okay. In the IMAX experience, and it felt like movie magic.
And that would make sense. I could see how that would work. Because at that point you're accustomed to seeing a 2D movie, and then this happens.
Yes, it was. Okay. It was big 3D and done in such a steampunk way.
Oh, okay.
That it felt very,
That's really cool.
It was interesting. I 100% enjoyed that movie so much more in the theater IMAX experience than I did even just watching it at home or in the theater without the 3D. So, you know, because I was like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter, 3D, it's not that special. In that movie, it was. It was.
Okay.
It made a difference, to me at least.
No, I understand. I totally do. A lot of 3D movies aren't shot to be 3D movies, aren't taking advantage, I guess. I'm not quite saying it right.
They're not using the storytelling element to its full potential in most cases.
In most cases, so it's just kind of a wasted gimmick.
Yeah, like My Bloody Valentine, that one was a great, like, splash of blood that you, like, let's do that every time.
Right.
Stupid movies that I've saw in 3D that were like, okay, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's, like, so much untapped potential.
There is.
With that form of storytelling. Look at you, freehanding V-cuts.
Yep.
So you could do this without the fancy, expensive tools? You could just, like, hold it at... How do you know you're at a 45-degree angle?
I don't.
How do you pretend that you are going at an angle?
I know I'm going at an angle.
No, I know, but what's your steadying process?
Right now, my steadying process is basically just repetition.
You've done it so many times at
pretty much
that you know what angle to hold it.
Yeah.
Do you want to stand here so they can see what you're doing better?
Just for a quick moment, then we'll get off this. Oh, I see.
There you go.
I was just looking at the camera angle, and I heard, do you want to stay here? My brain went, stay on this camera angle.
I went, like, show them what you're doing.
All right.
They're little V-cuts.
Little V-cuts.
They're just so unimportant, but then they make the biggest of little differences.
And this particular piece is going to get mashed between the two big boxes. So they're important, but this one's got a lot of smooshability.
What you're mainly doing is removing the excess material so that you can bend it into a corner.
Yeah. Into a rounded corner too. It's
yeah.
The idea isn't to have a razor sharp corner. It's supposed to be kind of
If you wanted a razor sharp corner, there's other ways to go about it.
Yeah, you just do that.
Yeah. But to get that rounded corner, you just got to trim out the excess. Oh, James All says, I can't watch movies in 3D. Neither could my friend. That's why we saw it without it. Makes her sick.
Right.
Makes sense, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ellis can't see movies in 3D because, motion sick and one eye works better than the other. So it just doesn't work.
Interesting.
The IMAX, there's active 3D and passive 3D. Active 3D works for them. Active 3D, when you go to the IMAX screen, if you get the big, oversized, Masters of the Universe style mechanical 3D lenses, what's happening is it has a sensor in the forehead, and there's a pulse coming from the screen that's timing all the glasses for the audience. And you're looking through LCD panels. And it literally turns the right eye off, so only the left eye can see the entirety of the image. And then it turns the left eye off, so only the right eye can see the entirety of the image. And it's actually playing each, because IMAX runs at 60 frames a second, right? So it's actually playing each eye for 30 frames a second.
With all this technology, you'd think we'd take more advantage of it. But
You'd think.
There's plenty of people who can't take advantage of it. So.
Yeah, and that works, and I will agree. That is the best 3D that I've seen has been the active 3D at the IMAX. But, the glasses are expensive, the system's expensive. If something goes wrong, it can go horribly wrong. And the movie's over because when you first get the glasses, both eyes are open and you can see. But as soon as the movie's over, whatever the last frame is, that eye stays blank. So it's like, I'm going to take this frickin' thing off. Now I can't see out one eye.
Interesting. I haven't done those kind of glasses. I've only had the ones that we break and make nerd glasses out of.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I've used so far.
Which are the polarized, the passive style. Those work well. There's a lot of home 3D TVs that do the active. Joe Gillis has an active one.
Oh.
Which I'd love to see some 3D movies, Joe. You love them. I'd like to see one on your TV. Oh yeah, we should do that. Year 6.
Hint, hint, apparently. Cannabilly says, horror movies are the best at movies that you can watch you can watch people watching the movie. Yeah, you can watch everybody being scared, which is funny. Yeah. Sean Clark says, Return to Oz is a strange one, but I still like it. Yeah, I feel like I had nightmares as a child about that one, but I still kind of like it, so yeah. Haven't watched it, though, in a while, because it is weird. Leah Jones, the last movie I saw in theaters was Frozen 2, and I only saw that in theaters because my son wanted to take his little sister to the theater, and the last movie I actually paid for was Avatar. Avatar like the blue people, or Avatar like that thing that we don't talk about anymore? I actually did have a friend who enjoyed that movie, and I still don't get it.
There are people that enjoyed that movie. And yeah, it's...
I wanted to.
Right?
Like, I even loved, the Mario movie, and other
quote, ones that
were terrible, but I couldn't,
Right.
I've never even actually finished the movie. I've attempted multiple times. I even fast-forwarded and let me just kind of continue.
Nope. Everything's just too wrong, or everything's just...
Ong.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I tried.
Just saying.
Oh, Leah Jones. The Blue People. Cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That one reminds me of Grown Up Ferngully.
It is totally Grown Up Ferngully.
Yeah. I liked that movie. I feel like it was so much explaining everything that the actual basis of the story was a little... It was Ferngully, I can't complain.
Oh, it was totally Ferngully.
Didn't hate it. Definitely enjoyed it, but... It's been a while for that movie.
It's okay. We got 5 more sequels of those movies coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were done after the first one.
Yeah. It kind of feels like it, huh? Nope. James Cameron is working on... I guess 4 sequels. Is it 4 sequels or 5? How many of these freaking movies is he trying to crank out? Yeah. And they've actually been working on at least 2 and 3 at the same time.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
And there's been some images of the Na'vi on the shores of some ocean. So he's playing with more ecosystem, but it's like...
Na'vi's fighting back? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Definitely did a lot of that costume at the costume shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had the blue spandex suits and stuff that we'd rent all the time.
To tall, skinny people?
To all sorts of people. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Granted, those ones only stretched in one direction, so they kind of sucked you in a weird way.
Okay.
You know how not all bodysuits are valued the same? There's better quality stretchy fabrics than other quality stretchy fabrics, and then there's 4-way stretch versus 2-way stretches, and then also which grain line they decide to cut the suit out on makes a huge difference on the way it feels. Anyways, those ones were awful. They were terrible. But certain ones would work really well because of the stretch. It would up into the... Anyways. Yeah. But... Costumes.
Seems like there's a lot of activity today.
Right?
Pretty cool.
Cannability says, I can do... How do I say it?
Cannabilly.
Cannibalism?
Cannibal Hillbilly. He figured that was a terrifying name.
Okay, there you go. I can do the new 3D, but can with the blue-red glasses.
Oh, right.
Yeah, my mom made those for us when we were kids, when, Tool Time, did a 3D episode, and you could go get special glasses. Right. She just made them out of little red and blue.
Yeah, that would work.
The foil that you use to wrap presents or cakes or baskets, the plastic film.
Plastic film, the cellophane or whatever. The
cellophane, yeah. Looks like light filter. Anyways, she just used those.
Yeah, that totally worked.
Yeah.
I remember, so some of the UHF stations around here would run 3D movies on Saturdays, and you could go to 7-Eleven and get the glasses for free. Right, that was just kind of the thing.
I remember the 7-Eleven. Yeah, that's where you had to go pick up the glasses. Yep,
and they were free. You can go get a pair, But back with Ellis, as a kid, sitting with all of the brothers and sisters, and Mom's excited because we're going to watch this 3D movie, and everyone's got their glasses on, and Mom turns on the TV, and it's a black and white TV, red and green lenses.
Oh.
And Ellis is the first one. It's like, this isn't going to work. And Mom's, no, it's working great. Can't you see it? It's like, no, it's not working. It's not going to work.
Physics. Light does not work that way.
Nope.
No. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have. I totally could see myself ending up in that weird situation, just not taking in that one variable.
Yep. Yeah, because Mom was trying to make a big deal out of this. This is exciting, and it was something
exciting.
to do with all the kids. And yeah.
Yeah, no, my mom got excited about the one episode and went out and got us all the glasses, got some of the 7-Level ones, made the rest for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then the black and white TV. Sorry. I can see my grandma doing that. But look at.
But.
I did it. Black and white TV. Trying to explain that to children these days. Back in the day.
When they would actually.
It wasn't a filter on your.
Right. It wasn't a filter on your Snapchat.
Yeah, we didn't do it because
Because it would look cool. Right.
Okay. So what's these? You're doing the decorative lines with the reds?
I'm doing the decorative lines with the red 2mm foam, which is literally exactly how Chris did it on Lost Wax. But it happened to be, I had a ruler that was the correct size, so that made it easy to cut.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do not win at pickup sticks.
So I'm just cutting a bunch.
Uh-oh, this one's made in the USA.
Oh, so it's probably not metrically accurate.
I see all these millimeters, but they're still in inches. No.
That actually has tenths of an inch. It's one of the reasons why I really like that ruler.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It gives you every line.
Yeah. The fact that it has tenths of an inch is really cool because that works with the calculator.
No, it really does. I don't give enough a crap to care to a tenth of an inch,
Right.
But I can appreciate what I have.
Yeah. Don't enough plastic models that little things like that matter.
No, I know. Like, I haven't had to deal with that stress level in a minute. Tenths of an inch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really haven't dealt with tenths of an inch. I've since just millimeter everything. What now?
Sean Carg says, back in the day, the internet came in the mail.
Yes, it did. It 100% did. It was printed on dead plants, and it came in the mail.
I still have some of those discs that have been crocheted over by my grandma to make little they're like, you put the hot pans on. She crocheted
over the AOL discs?
Yeah, because you got a whole bunch of those free discs. And so she turned them into little pot cozies to put your pot on. And I pulled one of those open the other day, and my grandpa worked for the Caltrans.
Okay.
He was an architect for them, so he has also had a bunch of those Caltrans ones. So it was AOL and some Caltrans informational DVD things. So she had a ton of those old discs.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, these used to be exciting, and now I'm just pulling them out of my grandma's old crochet work.
And they were going to last forever, only they don't.
Wonder if they would work if I put them in.
They could.
They might, but should. Right.
I just know that a lot of the DVDs and especially laser discs get a thing called laser rot, where basically the very thin film of metal that the information's stored on is separating from the plastic. And when it does that, it can't read it anymore because it's no longer smooth, right?
Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah, so here's this format. It's going to last for thousands of years. Nah, didn't even really make 30.
Yeah. I still think of LOL coding, little old lady coding, where they did the little wires in and out, 1010.
Uh-huh.
The little old ladies had the dexterity to crochet that better than... Yeah, and that's all it is the basic concepts of something and not something, something not something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also love the trivia of using ferrets to do the wiring in the mercury capsules, because it was all such a tight fit inside the capsule. They had to wire it after it was built, so they would jingle a bell on one side, and a trained ferret with a harness would run through the between where the panel was going to go and the outside of the spacecraft, so they could run wires.
Ferrets must have absolutely loved that.
Probably.
Like, absolutely loved that. But, you know, like, creative solution, I suppose. Like, don't they have robots for that?
Now,
yeah.
Of course, thinking about it, they probably like had twine or something attached to the ferret. Then they'd pull the wire, but still, whatever. Details. That's how they got the wiring where they needed it to go.
Well, the other day I was the ferret. I had to crawl into the house and run the line.
Yeah, that happens.
But yeah. Jerry Prop says at Sean Carg, or the internet was smoke signals. People don't particularly like those Avatar movies. Oh, Sean Carr says, I operate CNCs for a living, working with tolerances in the thousands of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
I feel your pain. Congratulations, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, it really does make a difference. Being a millimeter off is like one of the most infuriating things when there's nothing you can do about it. Well, you can grind it, seams and stuff. And
cut it again.
It's foam, you know, but when it does matter.
Right.
But yeah. Creasing it right on that line.
Oh, that's kind of work. This needs to cut the bottom out too, but this needs to go on the
box.
That's interesting. I wonder why he did it that way.
What? That they don't line up exactly?
Yeah. Huh.
Because these ones line up in the corners and these ones line up not in the corners.
Right.
But
there's got to be a reason for this, and I don't understand what the reason is.
right?
Yeah. Because it goes here, right? Because this is the folds
Top
over top.
section.
Yeah.
V cut on backside, so that does that. And those are the little pieces. And I can't imagine that you cut out the wrong part of the...
Right, because we definitely have a dotted line to follow here.
Yeah, and you followed the dotted line, so...
Because I know this is going to go this way. Now I need to watch the video.
Now you need to go...
Now I need to go watch the video
research.
again.
But I'll cut out these little sections.
Oh, sure. Or, yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to use scissors, though.
That's fine. They're guidelines, so it's all good.
They're more of guidelines than anything else.
Right.
That's okay. I feel like I'm more precise with scissors than a razor blade myself.
That's good.
Where I know you're more precise with the razor blade than scissors.
Oh, for sure.
Interesting. Sean Clark says, just for reference, a sheet of paper is about 0.04 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
You know, that information actually could come in handy, especially when you start doing reams of papers, or how big of a roll, because it starts to build up real quick. And then it makes a big difference in the circumference of your cylinders.
Mm-hmm. But I think he was also just trying to illustrate he's concerned about thousandths of an inch clearance.
No, that makes complete sense.
Paper's 4 thousandths. So he's looking for tolerances that are,
smaller than a piece of paper.
Smaller than a piece of paper, yeah.
Yeah. But when it matters, it matters.
When it matters, it matters. I enjoy watching Adam Savage when he's talking about what he's machining. And my dad also did machining in the garage, so, not CNC and all that, but he had a full mill and everything else, so that was a lot of fun to
To witness.
To witness, yes.
Yeah.
Good memories. Good witness. It's unfortunate that I didn't really
pay more attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay more attention. Allow myself to get interested in it because he would have loved to have shown it all to me.
Oh.
Nope. I'm gonna do something different. Okay.
That's okay. So Shady O is saying, I love the new Minecraft map. And Cannibali says, yay, those volcanoes are awesome. So are there volcanoes?
There are now volcanoes. We upgraded the Minecraft server to work with 1.18. Basically, they greatly increased how high you can build and went past 0, so you can go below 0 building down, right?
Okay.
So we got a lot of vertical space. And that wouldn't... What am I trying to say? We couldn't keep the old server because that new space wouldn't suddenly just appear on what was already existing. It has to generate brand new or else it won't generate. So, whole new server. And yeah, using a plugin that remixes the available terrain, only using what's actually in the game. So it's only using, they're calling it vanilla blocks. So it's nothing new. And from that, but it's a new way of rearranging it, and yeah, it's very, very cool. It's very the volcano's awesome because it's a volcano, and a lot of the other I'm building in like a scrubland area, with a whole bunch of really low pointy plants, and
oh, nice.
It's really kind of cool because it's way more biomes than you typically get.
So you can have an adventure.
Yes. So I will be on Minecraft after the live stream.
So now you're tracing out the guidelines to glue the new little strips onto.
Exactly.
Because cut out the shapes.
Cut out the shapes to trace the thing, and then this is where the guidelines are going to go. And from what I recall, because we also have... I have some reference images as well.
We should probably pick those up before we start doing anything for reels.
Mm-hmm.
But my question also is, before we glue down the red higher line, should we finish these edges, or are they going to be...
Yes. I guess I am jumping ahead a little bit.
No, I just was curious, because I know you don't Dremel so much around me because I'm very sensitive to foam dust.
Yeah.
But I did bring my face mask, so we should be good.
Okay. Yes, we really should round over the edges and grind things down so they're kind of smooth.
Yeah, and then start gluing those things down.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Order of operations, I don't always like them, but I don't like stepping back and having to step like 7 steps back.
Let me give you that. I can stand over here and start doing that, and you still have control.
I can still see what people are saying.
You have the helm. Yes.
I'm sorry, guys.
Where are we at in the time frame? Oh.
Time frame is
minutes.
11:57. We're almost time to let people in.
All right.
Shady O says, "Hey Odin, you should make a Spider-Man mask." I feel like you get told that all the time.
Well, Shady is also a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, your Spider-Man videos do well.
They do.
Watch, just do Venom.
Venom mask would be an easier mask.
Yeah.
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 I kind of like the way Barefoot Props was doing his. He did a pretty good Venom arm and head, so that worked out really well, I think.
So somebody else did it, so you don't have to.
Well, kinda. I still don't mind doing it.
Yeah, your
I don't want to
version.
do it the same week they're doing it, but other than that,
We like to give space. Okay, that makes sense. I'm telling all the secrets to everybody. Sorry.
No, it's totally cool. I don't think. Oh, there it is. I don't think that's a huge secret. Yep. So I'm way off in the corner here. I'm going to face the other way.
You're fine.
Pretend like it's helping.
You're fine. It's just dust. Keep going. Ah! Hoop earrings and masks don't go together.
What doesn't go together?
Hoop earrings and face masks.
No.
Oh well. I tried. Jerry Rig Pops wants to know if you have any idea of what this week's Etsy prop will be. No.
No.
Not yet.
I think we were planning ahead, and I think we ran through all the planning ahead.
Okay. It's the end of the year. Gotta figure it out and then be ahead for next year. No.
Maybe.
I know you don't know why these don't match up, but I'm still tracing them anyways, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. They might not move the direction I think they do.
What?
Well, it might be that these come up the sides, and I think maybe this center section is open, so these just go here really short.
Yeah.
And because instead of doing this, I don't know.
Okay. We'll have to look at reference, but for now we're just trusting in the process.
Yes, for now, trust in the process.
Somebody who's done this has made the marks. I'm going to trust them.
Yes.
We got faith and trust and a little bit of foam dust. Strict David says, "Hey Odin, I started the tentacle leather mask."
A tactical leather mask?
It says tentacles. There's an
Oh,
N.
tentacles. Right.
I read it twice. I was like, is it tactical or tentacle?
As long as it doesn't spell with an S. Well, that's awesome. The one from Diesel Punk or whichever you talked about on Discord. That's a great looking mask.
Yay, props. Well, masks.
Yeah, I'm really happy that Strict Aphid's getting excited about working with leather.
Yeah, it's a great medium. It's a good medium to mix with foam because I feel like they have very similar properties. Mm-hmm. Foam doesn't breathe and leather does. So there is that factor. But I would say that foam is way more waterproof than leather. But
buoyant.
So is leather.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Hannah says Spider-Man 2099 would be a fun one. You don't see it often.
No.
James Dole says I've started making a puppet. Got the foam head done. Way to go!
Cool. I am. Cannibally, I'm kind of excited that Spider-Man 2099 is going to be popping up into the Spider-Verse 2 Part 1 or whatever they're calling it. But yeah, I saw him in there. It's like, that's kind of cool.
And then Stephen Deitch wants to know, Odin, what brand of accessories do you use with your rotary tool? Dremel, etc. Like what? Yeah. The tips. Do you guys buy something special, or is it just the ones that came with it?
This one's probably the one that came with it. It's hard to tell at this point because they kind of look the same. But I do have tips that were supplied by our AOB. I do have a lot of Dremel tips. And sometimes I just go buy the generic ones from Harbor Freight Tools because they have, with the grinding bits, they have some different sizes and different shapes. So.
Yeah. Not picky as long as it does the job?
Pretty much.
You're going to
I'm going to wear them out in a hurry anyway.
Right. Why are you using the little one and not the giant one?
Noise. Out of the 3 that I have, this is the quietest with the, with the microphone. So that's why I'm using the little one. So it is going to take a little bit longer, but we can talk over it.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're fighting a bee over there.
Oh, okay.
You know when, like, Winnie the Pooh's up in the tree and he's pissing off the honeybees? That sounds like what you're doing.
No, he's just a little rain cloud.
Yeah, just hovering by the honey tree. Yeah. So it is 12:04. Should we let other people in?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Should we? We should.
We should.
I like people.
Sometimes. I got Lizzie. Edit. I was looking at the time, too, thinking about it.
Right? But then you got into the, like, actual...
Yeah, then I got into what I'm doing.
Making progress.
Right.
You know.
So now we're public. We'll add this to playlist. Just the live stream playlist is fine. I really should make a... Done. Save that.
A Proton Pack specific
Proton Pack specific one, yes.
Yeah. See if you guys can get your Proton Packs done in the same amount of time it takes us.
Oh, everyone would just beat us for sure.
Right?
Because I'm sure most everyone else would spend more than 2 hours a week on them. Christopher Ortiz is here. Hello! You don't know what?
More than 2 hours a week to work on projects is kind of a luxury, I'm just saying.
All right.
You know, time, what is that? Who has that?
Who has that? Right.
That's expensive.
What was it Douglas Adams was saying? Time is the only thing that keeps everything from happening at once.
Very good. True. Very, very true. Do that side. No. Daniel Kavanaugh says hi from Ireland.
Oh, hello, Daniel. Excellent.
And George JRG says hi, so hi. And Christopher Ortiz is here. He says hi. And Bubba Bear Broadcast says, hey, Odin, how's your day, brother?
Hello, Bubba Bear. My day's doing pretty good. I'm going to do the live stream, and I'm actually going to be taking the rest of the day off, so I'm pretty excited about that. Literally. Yeah, pretty excited about that. Because I'm giving myself permission to take the day off and not feel guilty about it. That's the big thing.
It's important.
It is. But, as I go right back to what I'm doing, hi everyone, and welcome to the Sunday live stream. Now I know a lot of you have been watching already, because we always start early and allow the first 45 minutes or so of the program is exclusive for the Patreon members, so it's a lot easier to communicate one-on-one and spend some quality time with the people who actually generously support the channel. So thank you guys very much. But now we're going to open up so everybody can play along with the live portion.
Yes.
Of course, everybody.
Welcome.
Of course, everybody can see this all playback, but it's the interaction with you is what makes the live stream really fun.
Yes. So ask us questions along the way. We're making a Proton Pack. So.
Yep. We're making a Proton Pack.
Craft along, grab something to drink, and...
So the Proton Pack pattern that we're using, is the one from the channel called Lost Wax Oz.
Yes.
So Chris figured out how to make a full-scale Proton Pack completely from foam. And so that's exactly what we're doing. I've talked to Chris, and he's excited that we're using his pattern. So
yeah. So if you want to see it done in a timely manner, step by step, please take a look at his video. He does an excellent job. Now you want to see how Odin does it as we fumble along through every step, figuring it out as we go. Stick around. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, thank you. That's. But this is specifically the video, the thumbnail for the video that we're using, and the channel. There is a link in the description for this particular video, and the pattern is a free pattern. So you can get a hold of it, and we'll all be building the same thing. Or not.
Yes.
If you want to just build and work on your own project while we do this.
Yeah. If you want to make it out of cardboard, go for it. The
Yeah,
pattern's
definitely.
the right size.
That's the important part.
Amazon boxes are cheap. Foam wasn't too bad, and he did it out of floor mat foam. And floor mat foam isn't too expensive, but the one at Harbor Freight may be too thick.
Yeah.
Because I think that's more like the 10 millimeter.
Correct. The Puzzle Edge floor mat foam is too thick, but Harbor Freight does sell one that's a roll.
Okay.
And that is 6 millimeter.
Okay, that's good to know. I should check that out. What's this? I'm pushing this into small screen. Oh, there you go. Bubba Bear Broadcast says, I love that guy. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Ralph Mort says, yes, welcome people. Don't forget to hit the like, Odin and Felicia. Oh, for Odin and Felicia. Yes, no, feed the algorithm, gods. All hail the algorithm.
All hail the algorithm. Please feed it.
Yes.
Don't forget to hit Odin and Felicia. Yes.
Yes. Bubba Bear Broadcast says, Felicia, you have beautiful eyes. Why, thank you. And H70 Polo says, any mythical beasts in here?
I believe the mythical beasts are off today, are they not?
Yeah. But that's okay. We have Puppet Bruno Butt.
We have Puppet Bruno Butt.
Zodai152, I'm sorry I butchered your name, says, do you have any favorite anime? And good evening from the Leaf Pete. Sorry.
Why is it so loud?
Because we wanted it to be quiet.
I wanted it to be quiet. Yeah, so it's making like an exception.
In comparison to other Dremel tools, yes.
Do I have a favorite anime?
Yes, do you have any favorite anime?
Does a single movie count, or are you only trying to ask about series? Because if we're just talking about a single movie, Akira. I know that's not a traditional or typical anime movie, but that thing is a work of art.
Okay.
What am I trying to say? A typical animated feature, because every time you have a camera cut in it with animation, you need to make a new background, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, at the time, most had 80 to 90, different backgrounds for a animated movie.
Yeah, different sets.
Different sets. Yeah, 300 plus, because it was
just
cut,
the amount of artwork jammed into an app.
Right, because it was cut like a movie.
Yeah.
And then they custom mixed, I don't remember how many additional colors beyond their typical palette in order to do different lighting effects within the animation. So it was, and then it was all hand done. Not all hand done, but it was at a time when it was the tail end of traditional cell animation, so it was all cell animated. It's not computer inked, which isn't an issue. But I'm not against that. It looks great. I have no problems with that technique. But it's neat that this one wasn't. And it's one of those things that no one's going to make one like that anymore.
You can definitely appreciate the quality of the work of art in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes. Now, as far as what do I enjoy, what do I just watch that I enjoy as a show? I have to think about that, because have I watched any anime?
Like, I've binged through a few, and I enjoyed them for sure. But I don't think, I know enough to be a fan.
Right.
Because, oh my gosh, did I enjoy Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know enough to,
Recently we were talking with somebody else, Macross, even though that's, even though Macross is a translated and remixed, syndicated one for the States. I remember being excited to watch the new episode of Star Blazers first thing in the morning before we went off to school. that was late 70s.
They did some reruns when I was a kid, right before school, of Bewitched and a few other things. And I remember watching Speed Racer.
Yeah.
And then my dad also got the DVD pack of Speed Racer.
Okay.
Because that was his favorite anime.
Right.
But he also is a mechanic and loves cars.
Right.
And so makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another one like Battle of the Planets, Battle for the Planets, Battle of the Planets, which was Gatchaman, recut into a American syndicated show. That one and Speed Racer both, they severely remixed the original Japanese stories and created an entirely new show. You know, because
just reuse the animation and make them say whatever you want,
yeah,
right?
exactly. And at least with Battle of the Planets, they actually created 2 new characters as It was this R2-D2 knockoff robot with his little robot dog.
I like robots with robot pets.
Yeah. And he was in his little underwater control, so the background never changed. His little underwater control tower. And so he would talk to the G-Force to go out and do their things. And he would be this segue with, oh, we got to do this thing. And they could cut to this new thing that they're doing that they didn't actually have the animation for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Plot holes.
Potholes. How do we get around them?
Yeah. Looks like we got a super chat.
Oh, we do?
Shady O with a $1.99 super chat saying Happy Sunday.
Thank you, Shady.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sean Clark says Akira is awesome. Cowboy Bebop is another one. Great one. I have not seen that one, but I've heard
I've
really
only
good
seen
things.
a couple of episodes, but yeah, the animated Cowboy Bebop is really good.
Yeah. I'm going to put my face back on because I'm noticing that the dust is making my whole face itch.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Yeah. Dust is not my friend. It doesn't like me.
I like the dust, but no. I don't like the dust, but the dust likes me. What was it?
Apparently. We got some love from Ireland from Artful 101.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, hi in Ireland.
Oh, back to Ireland. We have some pretty major representation from Ireland today. That's pretty cool. Because B. Lynch is here, right?
What time is it over there?
It's after dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Staying up late. Not too late. Hopefully.
Not too late, no.
Yeah.
It should be that late. It should be 8.
Bubba Bear Broadcast says, Odin, you need to come to Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I've been to Alabama.
I have not. I have friends, but no, I have not. Daniel Kavanaugh says Sailor Moon was my anime in the 90s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon is Sailor Moon.
It's Sailor Moon.
Yeah. H7 Opolo says there's a hole in my soul that I fill with dust. There are holes in my sinuses full of it.
Uh-huh. Now, sinuses, by definition, they are holes. So do you have additional holes in your sinuses beyond themselves, or... No.
Now I'm starting to think of Rick and Morty, like the cereal eye holes.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. Gunny Brown says, rotary tool bits that are out of balance also cause damage to your tool over time, not just noise.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to tell me this is out of balance?
Do you think that was why it's making more noise? That could be an interesting hypothesis.
That's a good hypothesis. I didn't think that was out of balance.
Hey, we got a train.
You got a train.
Yes. Artful 101 says it's 8 p.m. here. Odin's bang on. You're right. It's just after dinner. DGamer2099 says, hello from Tennessee. Just got this in the stream. First live stream I've been able to catch. Big fan of you guys. Love your work.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're able to catch it this time.
Do you have a second rotary tool so I could start doing some of these edges? Or would that be super loud for the live stream?
That could be super loud for the
Let's not do that to their poor...
We can do that. I can give you this one, and I can work with the other one, but...
No, let's not do that to their ears.
Okay.
I will read the comments. And then with that one, then we could switch and do some gluing. We'll get through this.
We'll get through this.
Eventually. No,
I mean, I can switch to the other one just to go faster, but...
It's okay. It's not so bad, Dusty. I definitely noticed it. But switching bits again? Or are you switching machines?
Switching machines.
So you can go faster?
So it'll go faster, yeah.
It won't be as quiet, people.
It won't be. I apologize.
So... Will Holiday 152, what's your proudest build? Interested to know the story. Proudest build.
Wow, this isn't a question I think I can really answer with a tool running.
No, I know. That one's very thoughtful. Like, there's a lot of weird builds.
Yeah.
And not just individual props either. There's like whole sets and projects.
What would be my proudest? Huh.
I don't even know where to think.
Right,
on
exactly.
Me either. Like, there's just too much.
There's too many.
Yeah.
It's always easy to think about the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Which is all the stuff for Arcane, all the stuff that's at the League of Legends live event, which today is its last day.
Oh. Bittersweet, right?
Yeah. But I found out that all the props that I made, including the grenades that James helped out with, if James is still watching, I hope he is, Riot Games is going to be collecting all of those, and they're going to take them to the different offices throughout the world. So they're all going to end up being on display.
They're going on world tour?
They'll probably be permanent where they go, but yeah. So all these props for League of Legends, which is a Riot game, is going to go to the Riot Games offices.
Even my little unicorn?
Even your little unicorn, yep.
It ended up being a bunny.
It ended up being a bunny, but yeah, exactly. Even the little unicorn, yeah. Which is cool, and there's a couple of them, like Jinx's pistols and the Enforcer batons and the Enforcer rifles, that there's multiples of them. So there's good, and their grenades, there's multiple grenades. So they're all going to be, they'll have some similar ones, different, yeah, which is pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's fun. Now, I know the Gundam is definitely one that I've got a lot of pride in, and it's also collaboration, which makes it a lot easier to have, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no,
I pride in it because it was we did this, and I feel a lot better about something that we did as opposed to this is all about me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. I feel like some of the bigger projects I've worked on where I was one of the people, we ended up making some really
good stuff.
Fun things, yeah. Where I don't feel as comfortable taking full credit because it was such a team effort.
Right.
Even though I know that I did.
Sure. No, it was pretty much just Joe and I that did all of it, but the reason why it is so impressive is because of the paint job, and that's 100% Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he needed something to paint, and that is
right.
Impressive. So, no, I could get that. I get that. Are you more proud of that than your Mechagodzilla?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Gundam looks better than Mechagodzilla.
Because of the paint job?
Because of the paint job, accuracy.
Really?
Yeah. I really like my Mechagodzilla a lot, and I'm going to wear it again at SAC Anime in just a couple of weeks, but I look at my Mechagodzilla and I see, oh, there's Odin's interpretation of Mechagodzilla. I can see the Odin art in it. The Gundam, I can see that the proportions are wrong because we had to change the scale to fit a person. But overall, I think it is more accurate than Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, I keep wanting to put Barbies around it in the hallway.
Right. That'd be fun.
That's the right scale, right?
Just about. Yeah, just about. A 10-inch figure might be better than a 12-inch figure.
Well, Barbie's proportions aren't correct anyways.
No.
So she's like a 9, well, anyways, she's proportionately would not like physically work, but in general, I feel like a little doll. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but wow, we got some super chats.
Okay, I thought I saw that.
Shady-O has a 99-cent super chat. He doesn't say anything in it, but thank you, Shady-O.
So is that a second one then from him?
Yes, because he gave us another one for 99 cents.
Okay.
He also doesn't say anything, but thank you again.
Thank you again, Shady. Having fun.
And Sci-Fi Samurai with $1.99 says, I'm in love with that RX-78 shield. You rock, Odin.
Thank you. Yes.
So.
That was fun.
Yes.
And yeah, you can actually see it because I zoomed out, so you can see the shield hanging back there.
Yeah.
I zoomed out to try and get more of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because
usually it's cut off.
Uh-huh.
But well, there's a full RX-78 Gundam suit that goes along with that shield, including a beam saber and a beam rifle. And yeah, the beam rifle was one that I was really happy with because that was one that I did specifically. Again, Joe painted it, right? But
yeah. I like the sparkles coming off the handle. That's like my favorite little details. Just that little printed piece that's like. That looks like it would actually give like damage if you hit somebody with it. That's the only dangerous part of that weapon.
It pretty much is. But to build the beam rifle, I literally took the real grade kit apart, measured each piece, scaled each piece of the kit up accurately to cosplay scale, and then put the beam rifle back together exactly the way that it would be if it was a kit. Yeah. And that was really fun to do.
Has this one been?
I'll do the corners. I'll do the corners.
Oh, the corners aren't done. I was going to compare, saying this one has been Dremeled and this one hasn't. But it doesn't look that different, but it feels
right.
So when the paint lays onto it, it's gonna.
It should help it. This one you'll probably still see some of my Dremel marks, but there isn't the huge difference with some of the edges because that one was really rough with how it was glued together. It had a big difference between the flat edges and the.
Yeah, I remember when I was trying to do my seam lines for the dress form I made out of foam. I was trying to figure out how can I make really predominant lines that you could see through the outer fabric. Thinking maybe piping, maybe things. Just don't Dremel your edges and you got the perfect lines.
Yeah.
That seams make good lines sometimes.
If that's what you're after, yes.
If that was what I was after, but most of the time you don't want it.
No.
No, not at all.
Most of the time you don't. Well, it feels like most of the time you don't.
Oh no, majority of the time you don't. But I wanted it for a specific situation and I couldn't think of a way to really make those seams as predominant as possible. Just don't line them up. They stick out like a sore thumb and it's perfect for what I needed. Gabriel Brown says, has anybody told you you look like Wilson from Home Improvement?
Not recently, thank you.
I don't think I look like him very much.
Oh, fair enough. I thought he was talking to me.
No, I assumed he was. Sci-Fi Samurai says, so cool, please don't ask me why I haven't watched those Gundam vids yet. Going to before bedtime. Smiley face and thumbs up.
It's a series. You've got 11 videos to get through, which,
it's like putting together a model kit.
Yeah.
But big size.
But you get to wear it.
But Joe size.
But Joe size.
Trash Panda's here.
Oh, Trash Panda. Yay.
Here. Steven Daichi, Felicia, when is your channel going to be updated next? Well, the year is 2021, and computer parts are hard to get a hold of. Right. And I don't have editing software up where I can. And on the list of priorities of things that I've been working with through finishing up the end of the year, it's not going to happen until next year. And I am sorry. I wish I could do more. But it's only me. But, sorry.
Right.
Maybe. No. Like Gotti says, Hey guys, happy Christmas time. Hey, I don't know if we're doing suggestions in the stream, but once the Proton Pack is done, I thought you might want to try Pickup's Dragon Blade HTTYD.
How to train your dragon. No, train, not change.
Train, that's what you said.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
How to train your dragon.
Pickup is from How to Train Your Dragon, yeah.
Interesting. Maybe.
No, yeah.
Keep up the suggestions. It's going to be a while before we're to that part, so it may get forgotten by then. Just warning. Cannabelly says, I best Egan's Proton Packs were handmade, so any blemishes should make it look more realistic.
Oh, okay.
Gamer2099. I'm currently trying to make some Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V Duel Discs out of cardboard, duct tape, and magnets for my friends for Christmas. That's awesome. That's a great Christmas present idea.
It is.
I like magnets.
Are you making any Christmas presents? I am not. I'm not making any.
I think technically I've made a couple.
Okay.
A while ago, but they're being given on Christmas.
Cool.
And there was a present that I did want to try and make, but it's probably going to wait till next year.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to make a bunch of half-scale dress forms for a few of my friends.
Oh, right.
And I just, because of the computer, I haven't scanned in my patterns to make them half-scale. I only have the full-scale patterns, and so that was probably just going to wait till next year. But that was one of those ones that I was planning on building. So we only have a few days, a week before Christmas.
Right.
I still might end up making a few for a few friends. Only in special people, of course, right?
Of course.
Are you making any homemade Christmas presents this year?
I'm not making any homemade Christmas presents this year, no. I've got just a few that I've picked up. I have in the past, but no, actually I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna make a double circle skirt for a friend, so it flips.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah. Liam Talbot. It's Talbot.
Talbot? Yes.
I'm a big fan. Thank you for the amazing content.
Oh, right on.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Luke Goody says, oh, yeah, no pressure. It's just a thought because I love your props and I'm a massive How to Train Your Dragon fan, so smiley face.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the way we know is if you guys just keep clicking away. We hear it enough. It's like, oh, I think they might like that. Eventually.
I've had How to Train Your Dragon as a possible list item for a little while. People asked for Toothless's tail piece, or there's armor pieces. There's the different swords. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in those movies that's very doable.
So this one has been smoothed, and this one has not been smoothed. And see the difference on the pieces. I know it's slight, and it's only a little bit, and dings and stuff technically, add character. But look at that. Just appreciate, Sometimes I'm like, just appreciate the little effort, because it's a lot of work. Okay, let's go back to 1.
Yeah, 1 is us.
Okay.
If you want, you can go to 3, and you'll be closer.
3?
Yeah, you can do 3, and then...
There you go. So you can show. That one's been...
This one is just the cut edges that are glued together.
And then this one...
And then this one has had the corners rounded.
You're a little make them less dizzy than me.
It's all right. And then you can, on this one, you can kind of see, I think, the, almost have something I point with, the pencil marks. So this is going to be showing us where we're going to be gluing on the red strips next in order to get that texture added on.
Yes.
But I need to, I think, double check exactly how these go on, because I think what's going to happen is the ones that are on the, so this is the top with the Death Star trench. On the bottom, I think this comes up, sorry, it's such an extreme close-up, and just kind of comes up and around a little bit and stops. So if it was like in an orientation, people can, you know, so, but.
Details.
Details.
Yes. No, those things make the difference.
Yes.
The 2 millimeters up and down make that texture that's gonna make things turn out nice.
Yanalith, sorry I'm running late. I'm hanging out in a friend's stream. That is okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Just watch us in the future.
Yeah.
Magic of YouTube.
Over here.
You gonna reference photos?
Yeah.
Reference photos. I love reference photos because without them I'd be so off every day. Mm-hmm.
Where is...
What's the name of the file that you just found?
Right, exactly. I think, yeah, we're here. This is what I want. Did I have another? Yeah, this is what I want. Hope it'll come in not good. Okay.
This is the piece we're building.
Yeah. So what we're working on here is this particular piece. We're pretty much... This is a casting of a... one of the original packs, to the best of my knowledge, from an original mold from '84. This is the blank that was pulled out of it. So this is actually like a full-on proton pack that I was able to photograph with tape measure reference. So the part we're working on, I don't have a way of pointing at the screen, but this is pretty much what we're looking at are these pieces with the little castle ends. We're looking straight down on what would be the upper right corner of the pack. It's laying sideways.
Okay, I'm like, my left, your left, from front, from back. But a corner, the top corner, right?
Right. I'm still trying to figure out what it is that... Because what I'm trying to do is see what it is Chris did with these pattern pieces for how the strips got put on.
Yeah, because there's these guidelines, and what are they guiding?
What are they guiding?
Because they don't technically, these ones don't line up to these ones down here. And that is why it's like, do they go up and over?
Right.
Or is it only... What style are these style lines? Looking at that piece, it looks like these are those two pieces. Aren't these supposed to be over here then?
Maybe I put them down wrong.
But these pieces look right, and this looks like it should be a long strip. This is why we need reference photos.
Right, this is why we need to double check the instructions.
And I'm looking right here at a reference photo where it's a detailed shot of the piece we're working on. That one he just showed you. So.
Now I'm watching, now you're watching me watch someone else's YouTube video. I'm skipping through it.
He doesn't put on the pieces before he attaches the piece, though. The details. Click, click, click.
Okay. Well, we cannot.
So we'll get back to that detail?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down. I see the piece. I see it coming together.
Mm-hmm.
He has very clean seams. I'm quite impressed.
Yes. Yes, he has very clean seams.
Oh, that's because he uses rotary tool and finishes his edges. Yeah, the stupid dust, but I love the detail.
Okay, well, yeah, we can, I'll just stop using the rotary tool for right now, and we can go back to...
Should I do the other proton pack then for the corners? Because we only got half of it done, and I'll do the other half.
No, I don't, well, if you really want to, I was going to ask you to play with something that creates a dust that irritates you.
No, it's okay.
But
it's part of
I can do it.
I'll wash my hands at the end of the stream, and it usually gets rid of the dust particles, so it's not that big of a deal. I just like to gripe and complain. Because, like, why are you sniffing and sneezing? Oh, yeah, it's dust. It does that.
Oh, cool. Small World No Mind is saying, I'm 3D printing a proton pack on my Ender 3.
Oh, nice.
That's very cool.
I wonder who will finish first.
Right.
May your print be level and come out the first print.
Exactly.
Good vibes sending.
Anime TV is asking about any thoughts on building arcane fist gauntlets or Jinx's minigun. I did build a Jinx minigun for the project. I don't right now anticipate building another one. The gauntlets was something we talked about and was pretty much a go, but they didn't happen. And I'm not sure if the I'm ready to go back into the world of arcane at the moment because did an awful lot. Even though there weren't a lot of build videos for you guys to watch, I did a lot of stuff for it, and I'm kind of ready to do something else.
Yeah. It's been a pretty intrusive side quest.
Yeah, it's been a very intrusive side quest.
Yes. It's taking over my job. I need you to do a side quest.
Oh,
Can you help me on
gotcha.
this random project? I know you have your own shit you're doing, but... yeah, no. Side quests, right?
Side quests.
But for projects, right?
Okay.
So what are we doing? What is the plan so far?
Well,
We have nice smooth boxes.
nice smooth boxes. So we have
We got a hallway.
Which looks like should have been flushed, but I rounded it.
That's why you wanted to wait to Dremel so that seam could be a little more flush. Okay, that makes sense. That's why we're not Dremeling the other one right now. Yeah.
Oh, partly.
I'm just trying to scratch as we go, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, if you iron as you sew, it makes things much better. So if you just finish your seams as you go, it's not like something you have to do big project at the end. But it also can't do it too soon, apparently. Oops.
Yeah.
But this one will be this one.
Which, yeah. Well, the way they're supposed to go together and just won't worry about it. It's one of those, would be one little tiny seam, and if that's the one little tiny seam that makes the whole thing fall apart.
It will.
Yeah.
That's okay. Look at this seam. You didn't finish this one. You must have been distracted.
Yeah, I'm sure I was.
From the live stream. That's okay. I will pretend I know what I'm doing and cut
Okay,
it.
cool. As long as you don't cut all the way through, you should do fine.
Nope. There you go. I think I will cut a little more though.
I think I need to remember in the future that I need to bring down a secondary device to be able to look at the instructions, as well as
Too many scenes.
well, keep up with comments. Yeah, too many screens.
Oh, thank you, Greg. Greg says, "Hello, Odin and Felicia. Only started watching your channel about a month ago and love all the stuff you do.
Oh, cool.
Makes me jealous as I want some of the cool stuff you've made."
Thank you.
You've made some fun stuff. Yeah,
We've made some fun stuff.
Mel's Creation says, "I recently moved and the movers threw my contact cement and sewing machine somewhere, but it's okay. I feel you."
So it's just somewhere. They didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you move, things just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Takes a while to get through the filtered. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
somewhere. It's one of those boxes.
Right. Wow.
Remember we were talking sewing kits this morning?
Yes, we were talking sewing kits this morning.
Sewing kits this morning? I don't know where my sewing stuff fully is. I've been working out of my old collection, so... Yeah, I feel you, moving.
Yeah.
It's a process. Even after you're done. I think this one needs a little more of them. It's fine. I'm just reading over your shoulder.
Please.
Takes a little longer because I'm a little further.
Well, we can switch again.
Okay. We have heaters on both sides, so I'm not, like, putting up a protester. Looks like we've had a missed. Mel's Creation Station says, rotary tool skills. It takes so much time and patience. I commend you.
Yep.
You just really got to take the time and be patient and just do it. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. You can't...
It goes so much faster when you actually do it. As opposed to just sitting there for like an hour dreading, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I should have done it already.
What also goes faster is just going at it slowly and getting what you want and not getting a really aggressive bit and just, oh. And then it takes way longer to fix that, oh. Then, yeah.
Sounds like experience, and it also sounds like you're still willing to do it just because I'm...
Yeah, it is definitely a which am I more worried about? Yeah, type of decision.
Mm-hmm.
If it works, I'm done.
Right? Guy with the green hat says, at Odin Makes, I want to make a Minecraft Proton Pack after I make Spangler's Proton Pack.
Okay.
Mel's Creation Station, watching you two give me inspiration. Yeah, I don't know. They must be somewhere.
Ah.
Yeah, he's the one who lost the stuff in the move.
Right.
Yes.
So it must be yours. It's empty.
Crimson Potato God says, I love everything you guys do and have been an inspiration to me to start creating my own stuff. Thank you for all you do and happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy
and
holidays.
Good luck making stuff. May your glue set.
Yes. May your paint dry.
May your paint dry. And may everything just line up.
Exactly.
Precisely.
May your scenes be something to be proud of.
Stephen Deitch says, this week my friend cleared out his spare room and gifted me a Singer sewing machine,
Ooh.
still in its box, and a 1.5 meters of self-healing mat. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Those self-healing mats are not cheap.
No, they're not. That's a good size one.
Yeah, sewing machines in this box I trust. I'm very wary about used sewing machines because people usually like jam them up and stick them in a, and then they don't come back out. So by the time you pull them out, it's just like
Right.
a whole list of troubleshooting options to find out, it's really just not working. Anyways, a lot of experience with electronic sewing machines.
Yeah.
But
I'm hearing.
a new one in the box, it's like, somebody who's like taken it out once and then just, it's not my thing. I love finding those old sewing machines. Those are my favorite. Yeah. Fast is slow and slow is fast from H7O Polo.
Yeah.
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 Like there's the things that you just gotta take a deep breath and do in slow mode. But
Yep.
there's also the time where you just don't have the patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I noticed that if you're not in a good mood when you're crafting, it's better just to walk away, take a deep breath, than to continue through that cranky mood.
Uh-huh.
Because you're just going to make a bunch of mistakes after the other that will just prolong the pain.
Yep.
From experience. Just from experience, it's better to walk away, go get a drink of water.
Just walk away.
Just walk away, sip a coffee, and then come back to it. Because I used to walk away and just go to a different problem and then come back to my problem after a while. But now that I work in a creative field, I can't just walk away from my problems as much as I'd like to, even though I don't want to continue making the same mistakes, so I just go get a sip of coffee and come back.
Mm-hmm.
Just the walking away from it, coming back.
It can be enough.
It really does help. But yeah, sometimes you just got to recognize, if I keep going through this is going to be a whole lot more corrections than... Yeah. Anyways, made plenty of mistakes, not gonna lie. Mel's Creation Station, truth, it can be a meditating process too. Yes.
Yep.
Liam Talbot says, it's really weird when you pick up a big prop that looks heavy, but because it's foam, it's mostly light. Yes.
Yes.
That one's a fun one. I look really strong with some of these props. Yeah. Guy with the green hat wants to know, Odin Makes, do you know who the Prop Master's Handbook is? I don't.
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with this at all.
Oh my God. It's David. OMG, it's David. Sorry.
Oh.
OMG, it's
OMG,
David.
it's David.
Can you guys give a shout out to the Massachusetts Ghostbusters?
Hello to the Massachusetts Ghostbusters. Shout at the Ghostbusters.
Yes. I want to see your proton packs.
Rewrite the Motley Crue song, right?
Black Radiant Art / April wants to say, just want to say, happy holidays to the both of you. I love Odin Makes and the team.
Sweet.
Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you.
May you get your last minute crafts done quickly.
Right.
May they all go together smoothly. Let's see what people are saying. We got Blaze says, at Odin Makes, have you met Hacksmith Industries?
I have not met Hacksmith Industries.
But you know them?
I know them, yeah. I know of them. I have talked to a couple of guys via email, and we've commented on each other's videos. But the Hacksmith is really cool. He's one of the guys that builds stuff for real. You know, so it makes like tungsten Mjolnirs, so they weigh a ton, and electromagnets for cap shield, and
really goes dedication.
Yes, recently finished a multi-video series building a power loader from Aliens.
Yeah, I can't imagine getting that one done in one video.
Yeah, no.
I'm always
took a long time.
Amazed that all these props, even the ones you do, just like the amount of time and energy that goes into it, and it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
5 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, I could do that in 5 minutes in my head. No. It's not a 5-minute thing. Guy with the green hat says, at Odin Makes, the Prop Master's Handbook has a prop maker's YouTube channel. Would you like me to send you their link?
Ah, yes, please.
Big Rob's Prop says, the Prop Master, a guidebook for successful theatrical prop management by Amy Musman? Okay. That's cool. From a prop maker from theater prop maker's perspective. I love that.
I've got, I have a theatrical makeup, 3D theatrical makeup book that actually had some of the best prosthetic and makeup application instructions that I came across. You know, as far as things being printed, things 20, 30 years ago.
No, I definitely appreciate books. Like, I have a huge collection of arts and crafts and, like my college textbooks of pattern drafting and pattern making. And I know you can Google things now today, but there's something about the tangibility of, I know specifically I'm looking for this thing. Let me just go to the, my reference material. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, and I appreciate, even there's this, theater costume making book, and it gives you just the, make this shape and you can make these characters. You know what I mean? And
yes.
It's invaluable information because it comes from a place of experience, and I can appreciate it. DGamer2099 says, at Odin and Felicia, is there any particular part about crafting that you have a real OCD for? You do.
Straight lines?
Has to be accurate to the prop as perfection as you can.
Right.
Where I'm like, he has a spirit of it. And you're like, no. That's the wrong shade of blue.
Right. Well,
That's crooked. That's not a straight line.
Yeah, that's an OCD thing, right? It's crooked, it's not a straight line. It's the wrong shade of blue, like you're saying, or it's just, no, it's not that, because that is this other thing, and it's
It's not like the movie.
Right.
I saw it. It does not act like that. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, right. My expectation of accuracy is something that I'm OCD over.
Yeah.
But my expectation of accuracy isn't like Replica Prop Forum level of accuracy.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I definitely have. But
what do I get OCD on? I don't know. I know I have my weird things where I get very particular about, but
right, you certainly have some strong opinions about some of the sewing tools and those creative tools that you're using. About everyone's got their scissors, but
scissors,
you talked
safety
about
I need my tools to do their job and do them well.
Right.
But I think what do I get like particular over? Because I feel like I can let a lot of things go. Like, where I know other people it bothers them, and I let a lot of, like, it doesn't faze me, because I'm usually on to the next project already.
Right.
What do I get OCD over? Because I feel like there are things where I'm just like, because most of the things I don't really care. Like, there's it's like, okay, let's do my best, and let it go. But there are definitely things where, like, no, that one bothers me.
Right.
And what were the that one bothers me things? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just drawing a blank. Unfinished seams, I suppose. Raw edges. Like, I can't let raw edges exist. Like, they have to be finished, they have to be clean, they have to be, like a reason for the edge, I think that's what I get OCD about is raw edges. You guys, like, asking, like, complicated questions I have to think about.
Right. How dare you ask complicated questions that actually require thought?
Crafting, What do we get stickler about? You get attention to details to be movie accurate. And I'm like, are your seams finished? Yeah.
Which I've been on a couple of judging panels for Cosplay, and literally finished seams is one of the things. Finished edges, lining, because everybody's going in a contest usually looks really good to begin with, so you have to severely nitpick to try and pick out who's going to actually, score what, and so those are dangling threads, finished seams. Is it lined or not? Are your foam seams filled? Are your foam seams dremelled? That type of stuff is what you end up having to look at.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a clear winner. Sometimes like, oh yeah, that one, but not always.
Yeah. I've judged a lot of costume contests because people ask me to do that often. And I don't think I get that detailed on the costumes, but when I did, I can remember they had me judge their fashion show. But that's fashion students, so we really looked into how were your seams. Did you even bother to press your garment before the fashion show? Like ironing is...
Right.
Press as you go, girls. Guys, too. Just press as you go. It makes a big difference in the quality of the finished garment. And I think those were the things that really, like, separated, because there was the beauty of the designs. There was, like, certain people who, like, and then from that, it was, okay, did you actually, like, take the effort to, iron and present a finished garment? And so finished seams were at that point. And then from there, it was who had a complete looking collection together. Like, who had a full story.
Oh, okay.
Like, it looked like a cohesive collection. It looked like it all belonged together. You could see what they were doing. You know what I mean?
It wasn't just a bunch of stuff this one person happened to have made.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was definitely strong levels, and I think we didn't end up giving out one of the scholarships just because of the way things ended up going. But yeah, I think that's where I get nitpicky. But I get why you get nitpicky at the stuff you get, because
you get called out for it. But it's not just that. It actually
you call other people out.
I personally get bothered by it. Yeah. I can appreciate when something's done for the spirit of things and for it to be fun, and that's what they wanted to do. I can differentiate, but yeah.
Yeah, but for you, I get it.
Right.
Got to get those details. Let's see. Keon Sella says, hey Odin, are you going to try the Lightyear suit? That one's a cool one. I saw a Bud Lightyear.
Yeah, I see Bud Lightyear. Well, have you seen the trailers for the new? Yeah.
It looks exciting.
Oh yeah. I don't know about doing the whole suit, but oh man, that stuff looks great.
Doesn't it? It looks like a fun version.
I had actually forgotten that's coming up, so I appreciate the reminder.
Black Region Art says, I spend way too much time perfecting a template before I even start cutting foam, LOL. That's very smart on your part.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I feel like most of my build happens before the actual building. It's the pattern drafting, it is me sleeping and breaking it into puzzle pieces and then putting the puzzle pieces back together. Mm-hmm. And all of that thinking, I feel like, takes more energy and effort than the actual cutting and gluing.
Yep.
So thank you for this pattern that has all of that stuff.
Yeah, all that figured out, exactly. There's no way I'd be able to actually communicate with anybody and figure out my own pattern at the same time.
Yes.
No, my brain is one or the other.
Yes. So that is underrated work that people don't necessarily notice. I know that like you get hired to do jobs, but people don't appreciate the mental patterning and processing and things like how is this going to get from A to B in the first place? So don't beat yourself up because that genuinely, if you do that stuff right, the rest goes smoother.
Yeah.
And it never goes right. Just
no, it just didn't.
Yeah.
And the more time you're spending on the pattern beforehand, it can really speed things up later. Mm-hmm. And being able to see, did I like? I don't know if I.
Well, it's stuck now.
Is it sticking? It's not really sticking. I think I
dried this one and glued.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the piece in your hand versus the piece over there.
Anyway.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with figuring out your template.
I'm out of coffee.
Oh no!
It's okay.
So you're making me think about another friend I have who is an accomplished painter. He paints miniatures and paints prototype toys and a number of other things. Well, he's been hired a few times by Disney to do different paints. Like if you go to Walt Disney World and there's the it's the AT-AT from Rise of Skywalker, which I can't remember what it's called. It has a slightly different name, and it looks like it's walking on its knuckles. It's a bigger, meaner version. Anyway, Scott painted those, and Scott talked about he's got a friend. She enjoys painting, and then Scott enjoys painting. But Scott will mentally paint for days before he goes in and touches the paint at all. Whereas she'll go in and just start slinging paint and then change things. And when Scott goes into paint, he knows what colors he wants. He knows what colors are going to work, what colors aren't going to work. He's, to as much as he can, has pre-mixed in his head. He'll go in and be done in an hour and a half and be out.
But he's also stressed out about it the whole night before, slept on it, thought about it.
A few days, exactly.
Yeah, and that time and energy of...
Yep. And your templates is the same thing.
No, makes complete sense.
Yep.
And I've been on both sides of that spectrum, because my best pattern drafting happens while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Like I will come to problems like how do these pieces to fit together? How am I even going to approach this problem? Like I have to walk away, I go to sleep, and then all of a sudden they just magically fit together and all my problems are solved. And it's like, okay, inspiration hits. Sleeping's like important apparently.
Yep. Your mind is able to work on the problem without all the other background noise.
Yeah.
And self-doubt.
Yeah, no, my best patterning happens while I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I used to, when I worked at Decades, I'm like, I don't know, I got to sleep on this problem. Okay, solved it the next day, you know.
Yep.
Like, but I had that luxury working there. But yeah. Okay. Par says, hey Felicia, I got a question for you. I have a sewing machine that often tangles the thread when I use it for more than a few stitches. What do you think the problem is? Because I can't figure it out.
Wow.
Did you thread it correctly? That's the first thing. Is the bobbin facing this? Is the circle unthreading, pulling from the spool the correct direction? Is it pulling it out this way or is it pulling it out that way? So start with rethreading your machine from top to bottom. Whenever you have sewing machine issues, start with that. Second thing you do when you run into these issues, change your needle. I know that one's like, but my needle looks fine. No, change your needle so you're skipping stitches, you're getting tangled. Fresh needle. Always. Those troubleshooting, you know, like the turn it off and on again, sewing machines. Right. Rethread your machine, change your needle. If it's not your needle and it's you're rethreaded your machine and everything like that from there on, did you bend something? You know, like, is everything lined up correctly? Are your set, like, turn it off and on again, or your settings set back to 1? You know, like, I hate those crank machines because you can't just turn it off and on again. It all goes to straight stitch automatically. You have to make sure all your settings are straight stitch, but start with just a straight stitch. Make sure everything's lined up, and that's not why you're... I think the last sewing machine I broke, I was going through too many thick layers of, there was like fur in there, and I ended up bending a part of my machine, and I just couldn't get it to work after that, and so that was the one I was very disappointed in, that industrial singer.
That one?
That one.
Wow.
That one, yeah. That one I bent something, and it was easier and better to get a sewing machine I liked at that point.
Okay.
But start with rethreading your machine and changing your needle. That solves most sewing machine issues, the majority of them.
A little bit this left.
If that doesn't work, then we'll go from there.
I see that it is 1 o'clock.
Is it 1 o'clock?
It is 1 o'clock. And something that I was doing there for a little while, and we haven't done for a few streams, is open up mail.
Do we have mail?
Pretty much, yeah. And it is effectively viewer mail. Yeah. It's going to seem like a product placement.
I like this already. I'm getting excited.
This is it here. Ah. So, they do actually watch the streams. They may not watch them front to back constantly, but they do actually watch the streams, and they have fun with it.
Who's they?
We got more Ryobi tools.
This might actually work perfectly for what I was talking about.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what was I talking about?
So what are you talking about?
Well, we're making the Ghostbusters Proton Pack.
Right,
and
which you're going to need a neutrino wand.
Yeah, we're going to need a wand. And then the wands, you know, they need streams that you're not supposed to cross, you know? And one of the suggestions I had thrown out for creating a stream effect that would be con appropriate was to do like those dancing wind tube socks.
Yep.
And do silk tubes or flaps, you know, like variation on that. So blowing wind out of the end. And so we talked about different ways to go about that, and you had mentioned ripping open a
I mentioned that because I got to play with one of these. It's an inflator. It's a high volume inflator for, you know, whatever you want to blow up.
air mattresses,
Air
etc.
mattresses, exactly. There you go. That type of blowing up. So when Ryobi said, "Hey, do you want anything else?" and I mentioned that this is something we were looking at, and that the small handheld one also works really well for clearing. It's a little
foam dust.
Foam dust, yeah.
The thing I've been complaining about all stream, you know.
It's kicking it up in the air, but as far as having a bunch of crap on your table or on your drill press, it's a quick and easy way to blow it off. Yeah. And when I was building sets for Smosh, we had a little leaf blower, and that thing was great because I was working outside, and I could very quickly blow off the saws or whatever it was I was using, and then I could bring it back inside, and it didn't track all the sawdust in.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's just...
Yeah.
Great for outside, not my problem.
Yeah, not my problem. This is all biodegradable anyway.
Huh. I think this would be...
So, Ryobi, thank you for more toys.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't do that. I did, but
yeah.
there.
No, I know. I was just kind of wondering. We have a whole proton pack. We got to figure out how we're gonna.
Right. Before we get to it. It's okay.
Sorry, censoring you there. That's the different blader bits, so...
Yeah, this is just, exactly, it's just one a tube or something you go onto. And this one's the type that, just fit over.
It goes onto that one,
All right. It's to help hold it open, so you get the inflator bits that have the little closing valves, so you have to squeeze them. So that's what this is designed for, to get in there and...
Do we have...
That puts out a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm like, this will probably work with my silk idea.
Right. The other thing I could see is getting a hold of a couple more of these and cutting it right here. And this whole portion can go into the backpack. And now you have an easy way to attach your battery.
Yeah.
And then just this is, even if you have to take some of the yellow housing off, it'll fit in the neutrino one because it's sort of pretty bulky.
Yeah.
So it could be out where it needs to be.
So we already are starting to make
So we're already thinking about how we can
modifications to the original plan. But
not much.
But I did want to rip one of these up to see if we can make a air effect, maybe air light effect.
Right.
Because I was thinking if we do the wind blowing with the lightweight white silk tube, possibly adding little like slits in it so it.
Yeah, some slits in it would probably be good to
give
make
it
it
some
a little more life.
Yeah, make it dance.
Right, because if it's just a straight tube with just the things in the end, it's just going to do the
but I
dancing.
want it to look like a stream.
Right.
So we're definitely going to have to play with some of that when we get to that problem eventually.
Eventually. That's a ways off.
Yeah, we have to build the pack that we can then build this into. But now we have this so we can be thinking of that as we get it put together.
Yeah. Although I think part of... Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out.
We'll have to figure it out.
But at least it's powerful, so even if it's at a different point, we can direct the flow.
So, you and I recently did a video specifically for Ryobi because they sponsored a video on my Odin Makes channel.
Yes.
And that video is actually for a sponsored video that was specifically only about Ryobi tools. It's doing really well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was having fun playing with new toys.
Yeah, there you go.
I know they're tools, but they're toys.
Toys.
They're totally toys.
They're totally toys.
I'm going to build things and make fun projects.
I didn't pay attention. I put this on upside down, and now it's not wanting to come off easily.
Because you did it wrong?
Yeah. Well, of course, I don't want to do it. But the big thing with the whole Ryobi thing I'm bringing up, this is the last week. This Friday, Christmas Eve, I'm going to go through those comments, through the pinned comments, and we're going to pick out 2 winners. So 2 people who have responded to the comment in there will be able to win a full package of nearly full package. There's only 2 glue guns, but there's it's 2 glue guns, 2 soldering irons, 2 the rotary tools, the heat gun, and a battery accessory pack, which I'm sitting over there. But anyway, this whole kit, the only restriction is Ryobi is willing to send out to anyone who's in the United States. So anyone who's in the United States is eligible for this. Just go and sign up. And when I get the winner selected, we'll need to get your name and address. And Ryobi will ship directly to you. And it's going to be totally no cost on your end. It's a complete gift from them. And it's a fun giveaway. Yeah. So go check out that video and comment.
Yeah, go enter. It just takes a hi.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you are entered. But, so, yay, Ryobi, thank you for toys and tools. I mean, tools, not toys. But, did you break it?
No, I haven't broke it, but I'm looking at it, and I don't want to break it.
I got it. It's because it clicks into place, and I don't think you clicked it quite out.
Okay.
But you had it on correctly.
No, I had...
Oh, but you had it clicked in.
I wanted to go this way.
Yeah.
The snoot wasn't bending down, it was bending the other way.
Yeah, but you had it clicked in, is what I was saying.
Gotcha.
So it technically was incorrectly upside down. So you could do it either direction.
Yeah, you probably... And I put it in the wrong way again. Because I had the tool upside down.
Wonder why you did it in the first place.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't move.
It doesn't move, does it?
No.
There you go.
I know I can break stuff.
Yeah.
I know I can break stuff very easily, and I don't want to break stuff.
No, I get that. Like, I could open the jar, but am I forcing it?
Right.
You know, am I just going to break it at this point? But yeah, no, I get it.
Not quite the same as my uncle, who's managed to twist the end off of a piece of plumbing pipe. But, you know.
Yeah. But.
Cool.
I'm kind of excited when we get to that portion of the project. Keep the dust over there. Yeah,
Right.
no, that is way quieter than this, but it's also a different type of
Totally.
This one's a high-pitched.
Right.
Yeah.
Put this in the Gundam suit to feed air up into the helmet.
Oh, there you go, right?
This is cool.
So, enter the competition. Not competition.
It's
Enter
not a
the
competition.
giveaway if
Enter
you
the
are in the
giveaway.
United States. And just comment on the video. But we are going to be adding a little bit of power to our proton packs. So.
Yes, we will be. And that was not a sponsored build. I mean, they sent me stuff. It's like, oh, put it on a live stream. Why not? It'll be
But
fun.
that was one of our discussions. Like, I want to make it, in, all
Right.
the bells and whistles. What's one of the bells and whistles? I want to make a stream, but I need to make it con appropriate because we had mentioned using a smoke pencil to
Right.
get and then a light effect. But then the silk with the light effect seemed more.
Yeah. That I think it's attached. It's I think that'll be okay.
Yeah.
Smoke is not because
It can make the detectors go off.
Yep, and that's bad. And of course you can't have any kind of pyrotechnic effect for the same pretty obvious reasons.
Yeah, and also I think the smoke would give slightly different of an effect than.
Yeah.
It's a practical version of an digital
Right.
effect. It's my specialty, apparently. I love hearing the words, we'll do it in post. I don't hear them as often as I like.
Right, especially not now. The job you're doing at this point.
No, I know, but I was just laughing because, the practical black hole.
Right.
You had to help me with. Blaze Elms says, hey Felicia, you're having a bit too much fun with your Ryobi toys. Hey, when your job, it makes the job go smoother, so I'm not going to complain. Thank you. Yes. Sharp Shots EFX says, I've always wanted to put some kind of compression gas like CO2 into the wand and an orange light. I've seen people do it for jetpacks and flamethrowers, and I think it would look awesome in a proton pack. Yeah, that's why I was talking about the...
It totally would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Effects, right?
Effects! And the proton pack, the body of the proton, it can be done. You've got the space to do it. It's not like you're trying to cram this into something that's really small and handheld. You've got the whole backpack to work with.
I'm going to remind you that when we get to that part.
Right.
It should be enough space. We'll see.
We'll see. It may not. I'm looking at this, but I remember the wand's kind of bulky, so.
Yeah. They obviously had to make stuff
Right.
practically. In a way. Okay, so Fox Leader says, hi Odin. So I have my own character called Fox Leader, and he has a robotic arm, and I want to make it in real life, but I don't know what materials I should use. Can you tell me what I need for it or something? Well, you've done Gundam arms and have videos on that.
Right.
And depends on the robotic elements.
Yeah, it depends on the robotic elements you want to do. If it's bulky plated robotics you're looking for, then foam is gonna be pretty easy to do, and it's gonna have enough mobility that if you happen to take a tumble, you're not gonna hurt yourself, and it's not gonna shatter. If you have the talent and the ability to get everything 3D printed and have it 3D modeled, there's nothing wrong with that. And I've seen lots of Iron Man suits and lots of other very specialized armor pieces that are very form-fitting, that have been 3D printed, and that can work as well. I have not done that. I do not have the patience for 3D printing.
Yeah.
I
I think the biggest issues that you're going to come into is your joints, your shoulder joint and your elbow joint.
Yep.
And you can either just work around those, have the robotic piece as a sleeve and do a spandex liner, so you don't even have to think about it. Is
Right.
that kind of what
That
you
was what I was
did
going to go next, actually.
The Gundam?
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of, because you cover the joint, but there's no actual physical thing holding the upper arm and the lower arm together.
Well, no, there's the upper arm and the lower arm are physically held together by a double joint that's just like a medical brace or an action figure.
Because I remember putting it on, but I thought they were separate pieces, or is it just the legs that are separate pieces?
No, the upper and lower legs are connected as well. See how I'm playing semantics with your wording.
No, that's why I'm it's been a while. So
the arm is not connected to the body, and the legs is not connected to the body.
Okay.
So your shoulder and your hips are totally separate. There is a strap so they don't fall, but there's no other connection.
Yeah.
And even then, it's
just been covered.
It's just been covered. It's a black spandex, and it's been covered. Hendo Art is another YouTube channel. She did Cable's arm for Deadpool 2, which was a foam build of the forearm and the bicep with a lot of corrugated tubing. But then for the wrist, for the elbow, and for the upper arm, she had just made a spandex sleeve and painted it with acrylics. And since I can get a hold of Hendo, I asked, what about cracking? And she says, no, I've done this before a few times.
Spandex is great.
Yeah, with acrylic on spandex seems to be okay.
Yeah, it paints well and it stretches, and it gives it a really good metallic look. I really do love spandex in cosplay. Just printing on it gives it...
Right.
Wow, it looks impressive. So spandex is your friend.
Spandex is your friend.
But it all depends on your style.
Right. Going back to Lost Wax Oz, he's done a number of steampunk arm pieces that are super platey and boilerplate looking. So he's got patterns for that as well. So
okay.
Yeah, you have Gundam arms that I've worked on that are a combination Hendo.
The biggest problem is if you want it to be form-fitting like the Winter Soldier arm, then you really have to think about how are you going to really get it to fit. Are you going to do a pattern, are you going to use spandex? Are you going to get a straight? Yeah, that's where you get really complicated because the wrist, any actions that they want to have, special effects, there's not enough space to hide things.
Right.
And then things have to bend, and arms have some of the most expressive joints in our body.
Right.
The elbows aren't just...
And
There's so many jointings.
Don't forget that a lot of the times, even in movies, in order to hide what's going on, a hand is covered with a glove. The Winter Soldier, I think, for the most part, is wearing a fingerless glove or is wearing a glove, so it's just this part and this part that's exposed. Fat Thor, Bro Thor, because he had larger arms made. Well, he ended up wearing fingerless gloves because that was an easy way to hide the wrist seams. And also, he was having to get in and out of that suit for various reasons, but that worked, and it fit the character, which that's important. If you'll make sure that you've got whatever pilot gloves, maybe. This is as a suggestion.
I don't know what your character looks like.
Yeah.
But I remember that trick. We used to do that at Smosh all the time because Anthony would do the fake tattoo sleeves.
Okay.
And he didn't like seeing the seam.
Yeah.
So we'd put him in bracelets. Or we'd do the fat suits and we'd put in bracelets.
Or a big watch or sweatbands or something.
Yeah, I remember having to hide that seam a lot.
Yeah.
And it was one of those weird problems that came up over and over again. So yeah, good luck with that. There's many options.
Right.
Lots of options.
Lots of options.
Yeah.
So yeah, Warbler could work too. I don't feel like Warbler is a good entry-level cost of material. For $70, you're getting something about the size of this cutting mat, and that just doesn't seem like
it was too expensive for me to just play with.
Yeah, it feels too expensive to just play with. I'm going to try this out. At some point you end up doing that, but
I did do that superhero costume. As tiny and weird as it was, it turned out really good, and that was exactly the material that I needed to make that happen. But I've never wanted to use it since.
Right.
I just haven't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know which suit I'm talking about.
I do.
It was just some superhero suit for an episode.
It was a made-up superhero just for the jokes for the episode. A non-licensed, non-copyrighted superhero. Yeah.
But I did test out that costume, and you could wear it and be completely covered in fight crime.
Yep.
But yeah, geez, that stuff it's expensive. Mm-hmm. Very expensive. Okay, let's see what other people saying. We still have Dremeling to do too.
I can go back to Dremeling.
Well, you got this all glued together now.
Yeah.
Wow, we're actually making progress.
Mm-hmm. we have the crank boxes, or whatever. What was this called?
Yeah, these were the crank boxes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, crank generator, big box, little box, and hallway all stuck together. That's how far we got.
Gotcha. And I'm thinking that when I told you to put them here, that was wrong.
So it was wrong?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm wrong, that it needed to be, instead of this way, it needs to be this way.
But then what's this?
The top ends up being blank. I don't know. Does it do that? Is it
but
just
look
that?
At these are the same
What if it's just that?
markings.
That lines up really well.
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
I know, it's weird, right?
Right.
We'll have to actually go watch his video after
I
this.
have to actually watch the video.
Double check that we have our pattern lines right, but we can move on to different pieces because he doesn't even attach these yet.
No.
So.
Okay.
What is the next piece then? If we're not going to do these.
Let's cut out the big pieces. So because the next piece after this is 9, which is cutting into the big sheet.
Yeah.
So I'll clean some of this off.
Okay. I will put these to the side, and then don't want to put it in front of the heater. That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just kind of clean the table up so we can have the space to lay it out and draw everything.
Strict Aphid is asking, what is Warbler made out of? It is made out of fruit snacks. No, it's not really made out of fruit.
What?
Fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit roll-ups. No, it's not, but it has that texture if you overheat it and then pull at it. It's like a forbidden snack.
Yep.
I have no idea what it really is made out of, but it feels like plastic once it's hardened.
Warbler, effectively.
Some blah and some more.
Yeah, some blah and some more. It's a thermoplastic, obviously, because you heat it up to form it. There was a product that was available for the longest time called Friendly Plastic. This was a crafty material that was made, 80s and 90s. Whatever that real low temperature plastic is, that's effectively what Warbler is. If you were to get the granules, because you can still get the granule version of this Friendly Plastic, thermoplastic, and mix it literally with sawdust, you can end up making your own Warbler. But it's still easier to go out and buy the sheets because you get a very consistent layer.
Interesting.
But Warbler...
That is totally what Warbler is.
Yeah, it's totally what Warbler is.
Like, if you overheat it, it's totally a stretched out fruit snack.
Yep.
Okay, Sharp Shot EFX Odin. You do a lot of fabrication from scratch. Have you ever considered molding and casting techniques for easier replication? He has it all the time, right?
I wouldn't say all the time, but yeah, I've done molding for replication.
Yeah, like.
But I don't typically within a build. I've done it on occasion, but I don't typically do.
It honestly
multiple
all depends
items.
on the circumstances.
Yeah.
Because you molded and casted a lot of those knobs just for.
Right. Yes, I've molding casted knobs for the video shoot with Gonzo.
Yeah, I've seen you do it in lots of weird for those reasons, but it's not your go-to necessarily if you can avoid it. You know, the double you know versus the double you don't, and
right.
Which ones are you willing to deal with? But I've seen you do it, but not as a first option.
Rebel Base Builds helped out with getting a 3D model made of a particular grenade that was one of Jinx's grenades for Arcane, and I ended up, because of the printing time, it was actually faster to mold them, and so I made a large 2-piece mold specifically just to. Yeah, go ahead. So that's all it is. It creates. I don't have one here because they're all down in LA, but that creates the.
So yes.
The Jinx. So yes, on a typical weekly video.
You're not usually having that much prep time to get prepped and ready to go.
Prepped and ready to go. Cost. This gets into Warbler cost type of thing. I easily spent $400+ on silicone and urethane for this project because I bought gallons of each. But
But still, that's not a little bit amount.
No, this isn't a little amount at all. No.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it too. Is I'm trying to be budget conscious. I try not to.
That is also why I
throw it to
haven't
the
really
winds.
done that myself. Is because the budget doesn't. I don't usually have the budget to make to
Yeah.
buy all of that stuff, and I don't really just have a ready supply, and I don't
Right.
think that. But yeah, it's what you have and what you don't.
And that, yeah, a ready supply is a good one too. The area that I live in, Northern California, it's not super convenient to go just anywhere and pick this material up.
Yeah.
That's
have to
definitely an
order
LA
it.
thing. Right, so that requires some pre-planning. Although this stuff I was able to get at Blick, which made me very happy. So
nice.
Blick Art does carry a lot of the smooth-on casting products. So
yay.
can be done.
Good question. Oculus 2003. Odin, any more MHA props in the works?
Yes, there are some more MHA props that are planned and to come up soon. In fact, I might float that past some of the patrons as well for help with finding a good Pepakuro to start with. What is this?
Oh, do we get mail?
Oh, okay. We got more mail, and it's not the Christmas present I ordered, so it is something that we can play with. Where did they go? Here it is.
Cool.
So I'm expecting Amazon delivery for Christmas presents today.
Yeah, it's getting close.
It's getting close.
I'm not ready.
Come here. This is more stuff for Etsy.
Is that a Doctor Who?
Yeah, these are Doctor Who stickers. So this is a set of stickers to do the Lego TARDIS.
Okay, because I see the Bad Wolf and Police Box. I'm like,
Yep.
this looks like it's going to be a TARDIS, but
It is. So these are clear vinyl stickers that I get printed up.
I'm going to do camera 4.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
That I get printed up that then becomes the sticker sheet, the custom printed sticker sheet for making the Doctor Who TARDIS from the Lego Dimensions games, and it's able to do white ink or white print on clear, so you're able to get a white sticker, right? Which is pretty fun. And then I got a
Odin
whole
Makes
bunch
stickers!
of little tiny Odin Makes stickers.
Do I get a sticker?
If you want one.
You know.
I got specifically to mark my tools.
This is mine!
My tool. It's got the brand name on the right side, but I'll cover up the warning label because safety third.
I wasn't going to say anything. Smiling on, smiling on.
Smiling on, smiling
I did
on.
nothing unsafe.
I did nothing.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I've got a whole bunch of, come here, little tiny stickers.
Oh, those are too legit to quit. Look at those
Just-
quality stickers.
Just specifically for
Just the right size.
marking the tools. Yep.
Yeah.
And
this
covering
is
over the warning label is just an easy place to put it.
Yeah. This is a whole production studio, and tools do get borrowed and used, so it is very
Yeah.
important to label your tools here.
Right.
And it's very helpful having a different set than everyone else. Just to start, you know.
I can put these on all my tools. Just
All your
over the
tools.
place. There.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Official Odin Makes brand glue pot.
there it is.
Now available on Etsy.
So, more stickers. That's what these are.
But when you're a grown-up, you call them decals.
I got decals. No, it says sticker you right there. StickerU.com.
StickerU.com. Well, thank you, StickerU.com.
Yeah. Sticker you says, oh, thank you for paying for them.
Right? Allison sorry, I'm butchering your name. Del Liberiera says, "Are you going to make the Ghost Trap 2?" Possibly.
Possibly. There is so much stuff we could make for this film. We could do Ghostbusters only for the entirety of the next year.
It may end up happening just getting through this project, not gonna lie.
Right. Hopefully we'll get faster than that with this project. But
We gotta cut this big piece out, but yeah. What was that?
What was what?
I don't know. There's a big picture, and then it went back to this chat. So I was making sure I didn't click off of things. Don't put me in charge.
Big. Oh, I know what happened. Okay.
Okay.
I've got a hover zoom as part of.
Okay, that would make sense.
So the hover zoom plug-in on my Chrome extension, I can hover over a picture and it loads it up and shows it to you. So that's what that was.
Okay, just didn't want to click off of the things and then, oh no, we're off of the stream and we're talking to nobody or something.
Not again.
Not again. So, Black Raging Art says, /April says, I have an Odin sticker on my toolbox from Odin back in Dallas last year at the con, just days before the lockdown.
Oh.
I
remember, yeah. Right on. I remember that con.
Yeah.
I still have some of those little plastic chips that had like the points on them. It was something the con, like the game the con had.
Okay.
Yeah. So they weren't really poker chips because they were only about an inch in diameter. And they were clear plastic with this print on it. And yeah, it was fun.
Okay. It's like Chuck E. Cheese coins.
Yes. Yes, very much like that.
Yay, I said Alice and Della Verriera's name right. I probably said it wrong the second time, but I said it right the first time. So there's that.
Oh, good.
Sharp Shot Effect says, one of my favorite methods of building is junk builds. Have you ever considered doing junk builds, found item, dollar store props, videos, etc.?
That's what I used to do all the time.
Yes.
It's up there. I think you can see it.
No,
they can't quite see it.
It's just cut off.
It's just cut off. At some point in time, my quasi-OCD for wanting to make things be accurate became, I'll just make it out of foam, and I just hand do everything. I think a big part of it also is I used to spend a lot of time driving around, looking for parts, looking at parts for inspiration. And especially with the pandemic, I don't do that. And so locating the found objects has become out of habit. But I have done it, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do it all the time. It's still part of, like, when I'm doing a whole shoot, I will go through at a dollar store or thrift store, and I have a whole list of things that I have to build and make in my head. And I'm looking at these props, like I found that stuffed unicorn, and I was like, this looks like that bunny that Odin showed me a picture of. I'm just going to grab this, and it worked out, you know? It still does happen, and I do like using junk for my builds because it's cheap.
Right.
And usually it's free. It's stuff I already have. I made a whole collection just out of garbage bags, whole dresses. Still working on that collection, adding some more pieces to it, but... So, yes, junk. Go junk.
So the prop I was pointing at that we can't quite see, if you go look on my channel for the raccoon-inspired gun, I totally just made it up. Yeah. Yeah, that one. I totally just made it up, but the idea was, if Rocket was to build one from a bunch of found objects, this is what it would be built from. And the barrels are bird feeders. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Black Raging Art /April says the Guardians of the Galaxy expired blaster was made with found parts, I believe. So, yes.
Yep.
We got a hello from Pennsylvania.
Oh, hello, Pennsylvania.
Hello, Matthew Affleck. He's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Hello, Matthew Affleck.
Amelia Solomonos Wicks. Best attempt, I'm sorry. I just joined now. What have you guys made so far? A crankshaft. With no cranks.
With no cranks.
Just a shaft, I suppose.
So I'm currently working on cutting out the pattern for the full back piece, right? Because what goes against the person wearing it is pretty much just a flat piece of plywood.
So we're doing it out of foam.
Yeah, we're doing it out of foam. But what we've got made so far is, yeah.
Is this the thing that the one's attached to?
No.
No.
Is
it on the other side?
I think it's on the other side. I think I got that on the wrong side.
Don't ask me. I don't want to be look ridiculous in front of everybody. You know,
no, that's fine. I
just
think I got it on the wrong side. So we've got this one little piece out of the entirety of the thing. So
Yeah, we're gonna make this light up and have some action eventually.
Eventually.
We're gonna take our time and do it well.
Yes. This is one of those journey, not the destination builds. Well, actually, I'm pretty concerned about the destination.
Yeah.
I want it to look cool. But
no,
yeah.
I want it to be awesome. I totally want it to be awesome. I want it to have all the fun effects. I want to be a Ghostbuster. Why are we lying? I want to be a Ghostbuster. So.
Right.
In all reality, I'd probably be the ghost.
And I think Shady was, I forgot to load up the picture, but now also,
We're live.
Minecraft Ghostbusters. Shady likes to do armor builds within Minecraft that are inspired by different things. And he did a Ghostbusters group with Slimer as the display, and I do have a screenshot of that, but I forgot to load it into this computer today.
Yeah, I think I saw it on the Discord.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen Clark says, Light Up has so many connections, ...
Yes?
Yes, little nervous about that, but also excited because I want to challenge myself. I have not done a lot of light ups I've done a lot of interactive props and a lot of things I've done a lot of bells and whistles, but this one sounds exciting. Like I want to try and do a fancy relit flashlight.
Yes. This is definitely going to be a fancy rewired flashlight.
So we're going to do that. We're going to fumble through that, so it should be fun, right?
Yes, it should.
I'm excited, though.
You should. Be.
Spider-Man No Way Home has so many props you can make, like the blank, 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 because we're not going to have any of the spoilers here.
Right. Like the blank or the blank or the blank or that other thing with the other blank or the...
You know, that thing?
Yeah.
What does he call it? A greeble?
Goober.
A goober.
Yes, in Into the Spider-Verse he calls it a goober.
Yeah.
Which was basically a fancy USB stick, but...
Right? It's a goober.
It's a goober. Which, that's a goober.
Yeah?
Yep.
It was the thing that you plug into the computer to make it work. A USB stick would make sense.
Yeah.
That technology. You know, just saying. Back in thy day, we got the internet mailed to us. So
that's
there's
right. I did get to see the new Spider-Man movie last night, and it is 100% worth seeing in the theaters.
I have not seen it yet.
Yep.
So we will not be talking about it fully.
Nope. I'll just leave it there. Yeah, it is fully worth going to go see it in the theaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have Steven Erickson saying, hello from a fan vacationing in Germany. Well, have fun in vacation mode in Germany. I hope you enjoy yourself thoroughly. And thank you for joining our stream when you could be doing so many more German things in Germany. I'm just saying.
So, do you watch streams from Brazen and Bold, or do you check out Cosplay? Well, both of whom are German, right?
Yeah, but is she in Germany?
Is it? Maybe she's not. I thought.
No, she definitely has a German accent, but
okay. Maybe not. Brazen and Bold is though, for sure.
Yeah. No,
And they are a Twitch channel, and they do a lot of sculpting and casting, and do a lot of Games Workshop 40K stuff and Warhammer stuff.
Warhammer, that one's a fun one.
Yep. Not exclusively, but they do a lot of it, and they're a fun, friendly couple of people, and they're talented.
Yeah, those are straight lines. It looks like they're rounded, but they're not.
They're not.
They're deceptive. Don't be fooled.
I'm glad I missed your foot.
I'm glad you missed my foot too. I had moved it just before that hit too. Oh, my toes are grateful. So, hey, Odin and Felicia from Bruce Marvel 88. Who is your favorite Ghostbuster?
Egon.
I like his granddaughter.
Okay, yeah.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, all right.
By far, full franchise, her grown up, she's my favorite.
All right.
She, like, I didn't even know she existed, and now that I do, she's my favorite.
Okay.
100%.
Yep.
I might have favorites. Before that, it was Slimer.
Who is a Ghostbuster in the cartoon?
Yeah.
He's a friend and sort of, and yeah.
He was my favorite one in the cartoon for sure. Like, he had the best personality, I'm just saying.
Right. He's all about the snacks.
Right? We had the same priorities.
Yeah. What about Kershaw?
Della Oliveira says, you should make the Slimer one day. You be cool. So, we'll see how we get into this project.
We'll see how this goes.
Maybe make some slime. Oh, wow. William Connors says, Merry Christmas, Odin Makes, and did a $50 super chat. So.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Merry Christmas,
Thank
Odin.
you, William.
Made his day. Daniel Banner, Cosplay Kids 29, is asking the famous question, have you thought of making any more My Hero Academia props?
This is the Cosplay Kid?
Daniel Banner, Cosplay Kid 29.
Okay, Cosplay Kid, all right. Yes. I was talking about one just a couple of days ago. So yes, there's one coming up. I've got this week, which is not My Hero Academia. I've got next week, which shock is going to be Boba Fett, and then not directly personally, but it's going to be something from Boba Fett because that's the week Boba Fett's coming out, right? Week after that, I'm planning on My Hero Academia. So yes.
Guys, getting what you want. Is the Rick's portal gun? Fox Leader wants to know, is that Rick's portal gun in the back?
Yes, it is.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. I made Rick's portal gun for DIY Prop Shop many years ago.
It still lights up! I was so afraid it wouldn't. It's been so many years.
Right. It's fallen too. But
yeah, I know.
But so the battery up here is done. But yeah.
Wait, where's the little dust blasters?
It's over here somewhere.
Right? You put it down and now everything blends in. But yeah, no, that prop could use some plastic.
That help?
Yeah, much dust.
Okay, good.
A whole lot less dusty.
A whole lot less dusty.
It really does make a difference, but they can't see the dust.
No.
It's the portal.
Yep. Instant portal. So yes, it is. Yeah, DIY Prop Shop. This one's got very little foam in it. It's almost all plastic. The foam is in here to hold the batteries in place.
I thought that it was like foam core, like plasticized foam.
Oh,
core.
gotcha. No, it's styrene.
I just assumed it was that.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Nope. It's styrene.
And that is the real reason Odin wanted that little air mattress inflator.
Yep.
Was just to dust off that.
Yep.
So much foam dust. Okay. People are noticing we've swapped sides. There's been a couple comments that I've missed. But
Okay.
Awesome says, Odin and Felicia have swapped sides this time. Yeah, I know. He put a heater on this side too, so now I'm not going to be like complaining about I don't want to stand on the cold side.
We'll have that one makes a little bit of noise, although it probably doesn't, compared to the Dremel, who cares?
Yeah, but it puts off more heat than that one, so I'm like...
Okay.
I'm enjoying the double heater, because it was freezing cold when I came in here, and I like to complain about the cold.
And I had the heaters had been on 45 minutes before you came in here in an attempt to try and warm the corner up.
It's cold.
It's cold.
It's an ice box. It's a warehouse,
It's a warehouse, yeah.
So it gets cold pretty easily.
Yeah. It's also, that wall is a north-facing wall, so the sun never hits that wall, because I'm in the northern hemisphere. So, yeah, it is always colder in this shop.
Right. Okay. Allison Delavera says, Odin, I saw you did the Kroger sword from Highlander. Are you thinking of making the katana? I think somebody asked about the katana earlier, too.
At the moment, I'm not thinking about making the katana, no.
But you've made katanas before.
I have made katanas before, yes.
But not that specific one.
One of the things with that specific one, as far as making one from scratch, it has a very ornate ivory carved handle. So...
switching your stuff just...
So that becomes intimidating.
Yeah, it's the handle. Can you just get it 3D printed already done and then...
Yeah, pretty much.
Or am I going to have to sculpt all of that out of foam? Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
However, it probably wouldn't take a whole lot of convincing to continue with making Kurgan stuff, because he's got, when he first appears in the movie, he's wearing armor that is basically bone plate from a saber-toothed tiger. Yeah.
Bone armor, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fun. I probably would do it samurai style, honestly.
It's probably would be a much better way to...
Because it would be a plate armor.
Yeah.
Get those rib cages close together on your rib cage. Anyway, sorry, I'm like loving this whole bone armor idea.
Even as, a guy in high school watching this for the first time in the theaters, well, that's all cast. Yeah. It's got a good look, but it isn't. Yeah, it isn't. You
gotta use real bones. Gee, no.
It would help. I'm really glad the Kurgan sword is getting as much love as it is.
What is?
The Kurgan sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are loving it?
People are loving it. Yeah, it's that one there.
Yeah. No, it turned out really great. I'm going to pull it.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, it's a good feeling build. Stabbed you, then stabbed me. Got a good sword here.
Yep.
This is a good stabbing sword.
It is a good stabbing sword. So it's a PVC pipe that's been wrapped with leather, and some of the leather is super glued on top of it. You can kind of see the super glue, unfortunately, but...
yeah. Leather work is how I started using contact cement. Mm-hmm. It's what they use in actual...
yeah.
And what's really nice about it, if you use that, is you can rub off the...
That's true.
The excess glue, but nobody can see it from here. And
right.
Yeah. The glue spillage.
And I could always... put some of the sealant or something over it to help just dull the gloss that's caused by the super glue, and then it'd be fine.
It's just gonna get dirt ground into those spots in general, so whatever, wear and tear, it'll wear well.
Right.
Leather wears very well.
It does, yeah. And that needs somewhere, because this is still very much a brand new lace. It needs to be sanded, so it's, yeah.
Dremeled.
Dremel
also works.
Yeah.
The Dremel's my friend for when it comes to distressing and natural wear and tear. But in all reality, the oils and grease from your hands doing this and smooshing it is one of the best ways to really wear leather in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The heat and the oils. Oh wow. Moon Eyes 2K did, I don't know what SEK $50. Is that different?
Okay. Cool.
And they said the katana is boring. Everyone makes the katana. What you should make is falsi, or is that how you say it? Toledo Solmanic? I'm just butchering everything. Nice day and fiddly dee.
It's so the very beginning of Highlander, you have the Highlander meeting up with some of the dudes with sunglasses on in a parking garage, and the dude that loses has that sword, if I remember correctly. I think, right? Am I getting it mixed up? That's not no, it's not the Highlander, because the Highlander hides his sword in an overhead light, and the guy who loses, his sword scoots on the floor underneath the car. And so the woman investigator finds that sword.
So that's the one that leads everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I have not seen Highlander. My best friend's into it, but I have not been spoiled.
Okay.
No spoilers or anything yet.
No,
I just haven't seen it. No, it's too late.
I'm sure you know a lot about it. That's the opening scene.
No, I don't.
But,
I just know, my friend's a very big fan, and
cool.
I was going to watch it with her. I just don't know anything about it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's the first theatrical film by this particular director, Russell McClay, whatever his name was. He, even in the 80s, he came from music videos. So kind of like, it's not quite Gonzo going on to direct a movie, but
I've seen that.
Yeah. It has some really fun and really well done transitions and visually artsy things going on.
I appreciate when people take full use of the creative tool belt that they have access to.
Yes, and Highlander does.
That's good to hear. I am excited. My friend read the whole series, and I kind of wanted to read it.
Oh, interesting.
What is the tip on? Is there something already there? Or is it...
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I had taken.
Oh, I see.
I had taken Bifrost down, and Bifrost is a foot longer than the Kurgan sword, so this is a really.
There you go. I got this side. If you get that side, is it?
Okay.
Nope.
I need a tiny bit more space. It has to go right at the edge of the
The cat toy?
The cat toy, yep.
It looks like there's a mark from where it was hanging right there.
That's probably the mark we need.
Okay, you did it!
This sword will be going, not to Etsy, but to SAC Anime. So if anyone's going to be in the Sacramento area in just a couple of weeks, it's going to be the second weekend in January. I'm told I'm going to have a booth, and so we'll be upstairs again with a booth with this stuff on display. We'll be cosplay repair. Felicia is welcome to come by at any point that she has time to, so you might get a chance to see her as well. But the Kurgan sword will be there. So
yeah, and then also we will be switching from Sundays to Mondays live streams at that point too.
Yeah.
Next year. So
next year.
Starting next year in January, we will be on Mondays instead of Sundays.
Right. I was going to, it is kind of the end of the stream. I was going to mention at the end of the stream that next Sunday is the last Sunday.
Like this year.
Already.
You know, in all reality, I had so many crazy things coming up to right before the holidays that I never thought I'd get to the holidays.
Uh-huh.
And now that the holidays are here, I'm just not ready.
No, not ready at all.
My brain is just not at the end of the year yet. It's not even, I haven't done any Christmas shopping, people. I haven't. It's just not there.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I have plans. I have magnificent, giant, grandiose plans. I have projects.
Sean Karg popped in with a super chat.
Oh, wow.
Sean
Karg has a $20 super chat and says Clancy Brown is from my hometown in Ohio.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Isn't? So somebody who has access to the internet, because obviously I don't, wasn't this one of Clancy Brown's first movies? I'm pretty sure. I think Quest for Fire was his first one, but wasn't this like one of his first speaking roles?
I don't know. I'm not the internet.
Right, fair enough.
I'm just kind of technically on it right now, I suppose.
But I'm asking it as a question, and I'm not telling you, therefore I'm not wrong. You people will just let me know what it was.
Okay, so Nick Carter says the first immortal killed is called, is it Fasil? Or
Could be.
Falsi? Fasil.
I can almost remember the Highlander pronouncing his name. That sounds right.
So Moon Eye says, yep, you're right. Falsi's F-A-S-E-E-L, Falsil.
Oh, Fossil, okay.
Wields the Toledo
Solimari, whatever.
Manic, a Spanish basket tilt broadsword in the Madison Garden parking garage fight. I am so sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But okay, that's exciting. D-Gamer 2099 says Mondays will be easier to catch live streams for me. Yeah, we did ask before we decided to switch things around if it was gonna like affect all of you guys, and the overall general consensus was Monday works for most people, but everyone was down for whatever worked best for us. So.
Yeah, and the benefit of Monday is she'll get her full weekends back. But I've got 3 cons coming up in January, right? Not January, but January and February. Again, and we just had that happen in September where it was 3 in a row. This isn't 3 in a row. There's 2 in a row and then a few weeks and then another one. But if we were still on Sundays, every one of those Sundays we wouldn't be streaming. By moving it to Monday, we're not going to miss a week.
Yeah, so. Connor O'Kelly says, hey, Odin.
Oh, hello, Connor.
Remy Mel Barkey says, hey, Odin and Felicia, will you do a Spider-Man cosplay with shooting web? I finally know where to start for the web shooter. Thank you for giving me a boost of creativity those days. You're amazing. So
Awesome.
I laugh because you get asked for Spider-Man all the time.
Spider-Man's awesome.
Yes, of course. I actually considered...
He's one of those underdog superheroes. He's great.
Yeah. I always wanted to do his Spider-Man suit, but from his perspective, the 1940s like 60, turn of the 60s.
Turn of the 60s, yes. It's like 62, I think.
Well, yeah, it's like, what technologies did they have technically available, not fully developed? Like, he's, like, searching for different fabrics and materials to make his costume work the way he needs it to, like his waterproofing. And I just laugh at the comics of how often Spider-Man's just sitting there sewing his own outfit. So part of me is
And literally, if you look in the comics, that is how he's sewing, with a needle and thread.
He ain't even using a sewing machine. This guy, and he can't delegate this work,
Right.
because it's a secret. And I just love how he develops his costume over time, that it just gets better and better as he patches it up, understands it, gets better fabrics, So, Spider-Man definitely is a fun character, but he needs his own TLC and attention. Okay.
It's great fun how, generally speaking, even in the comics, he's maintained his secret identity. That, like, there's points when he's interacting with Professor Xavier from the X-Men, and so the Professor's using his powers to look into Peter's mind, but Professor's like, it's okay, I'm not going to look at your secret identity, we'll keep that safe. And
Well, yeah, no, he got a full-on covering suit. It's not like Superman.
Right.
His glasses are going to hide everything. Or Batman, who's this rich billionaire that can afford to buy all these expensive toys that are going around the city, like... Yeah, you're not going to think it's just some random teenager.
Right. Who has trouble paying his rent.
Right. The real problems of life. You do everything you can, but, landlord still needs to get paid. Every month. Sean Card, Clancy Brown had a bunch of roles, but I think Highlander was his breakthrough role. And the Shawshank movie.
Yeah, the Shawshank movie. There's a decade between those two.
Well, people gotta do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cannabilly says, watch while at or on Sunday, or watch while at Word on Monday. That A had a choice. So there's random letters in there, so I think so. Monday's Word, good.
Good.
Moon Eyes 2K says, and SEK is Swedish Connor, Felicia.
Thank you. That's what I thought, Swedish, but I was afraid to say.
Swedish, yeah. Yeah, my great-grandmother's Swedish. Cannabilly says, well, spiders are seamstresses. I don't know the male pronoun, but...
There you go.
Yeah, isn't that like one of those Greek myths about, like, a spider was some lady who got all uppity about how she could create better weavings than the goddess, and the goddess got upset for her boasting her skills and said, well, you think you're such a good weaver? Guess what you get to do for the rest of eternity? And she turned her into a spider so that she's always weaving. I don't know. That scared the crap out of me. I'm not going to boast about my stuff.
Yeah.
Stay
Sounds
humble.
like vengeful Greek gods.
Right? Think of jelly.
Oh, man, do they. They do not play well with others.
But no, spiders totally make sense as to why he would create his own. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he, not only did he break down how to make his own web and the ingredients that you need to create this tangible material, that he also thought about the different aspects of the materials in his clothing and different properties that they offer, and how it can make his life easier or harder, especially if his suit gets wet. In 1960s, it was really revolutionary when it came to fabrics in general, and you could really see that in his suits about how he got into the linings of his shoes. Found a nice lightweight flexible material that he could do. And at the costume shop we had these great 60s flats that were they folded up so they could fit in your purse. I have a pair of those now, but they were revolutionary.
Right.
And they had that I forgot the famous artist, but it starts with an M, I think, where they have the blocks with the different colors, like it's the red block and the
yellow. Oh, yeah.
That one, we had a pair of shoes that were like that folded up to match the dress that we had to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And those make me think of, I think Spider-Man would have gone that route for his shoe linings, because those are 60s. It's in the materials list of things that he would have had access to. And anyways, so interesting things. So thought about it. Moon Eye says, fun thing about Spider-Man is, sure, he's a teenager and also a superhero, but even more so, he's an actual genius. He invented the web fluid himself, among other things. See? Told you. He'd totally get into the geek out on the properties. Yeah. Yeah. Elonith Lightblinger says, I don't have to worry about work schedule, so any day is good. It's a good day. So, yeah. I think the overall consensus was that whatever works, and Mondays seem to be better for a lot of people.
Right. And Mondays will end up being better for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we started on Mondays. It's just we got concerned that your work schedule might change and we wouldn't be able to continue with Mondays.
Yeah,
so we moved to Sunday.
I decided I like having a free day than more money, so
yeah,
not changing my work schedule. So
great.
4-day work week. It's my thing. I'm glad I have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I might still be at PBS if I had a choice like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Little decisions make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox Leader, update on the robotic arm. Now just hand, because my arms are too fat and I'm also using cardboard. No, not necessarily. It just depends on the way you go about it.
Yeah.
And robotic gloves seem more annoying than than the arm. You know, because arm you have bigger space than jointed fingers. You know, I was worried about an elbow joint and a shoulder joint. Now you have 10 different phalanges that all go in their own little weird ways.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Silver gloves?
Meat joints, yeah.
Yeah. I like bulky snow gloves. I feel like those have really good, they can get really square and bulky, and you could totally like glue foam right on top of it, and it already has that right kind of shape and feel. Mm-hmm. Make it silver, go for it. Personally.
I really wish some of the rubberized and silicone plating that's on a lot of work gloves was more paint friendly. Because it'd be real easy to get some robot gloves using those.
Yeah. No, I used to use work gloves all the time because they have the great textures and style lines and details, you know, or, you know, functionable.
Right. Or BMX motocross gloves, all those things where they've got all that padding on the back.
Oh, totally.
You know, Darth Vader's basically just wearing motorcycle gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, they were modified, but yeah.
Yeah, I've used motorcycle gloves for Darth Vader multiple times. Yep. Those are my favorite. I really like this.
Those are basically robotic hands.
Well, also with Darth Vader, I would use the snow gloves underneath them sometimes because...
Okay.
Just to make him more of a character and a bigger presence, because you make the hands bulkier. I don't know. But I did use both types of gloves. Yeah, anyways, if you're going to go robotic hand, get yourself a good base glove.
Oh, yeah. We're almost done. I'm going to finish cutting this thing out, and we're going to wish everybody a happy Sunday.
Okay, we've got a few more little comments.
We'll keep going with the comments.
Mondrian is the artist.
Thank you.
Nick Carter says, is Pete Mondrian the artist you're thinking of? Piet, P-I-E-T. Is that how you spell it? Because that seems like a Pete, but...
It's one of those names I've only ever read, and... I know his art style more than his name.
Okay. So. Yeah. It's a word I learned reading, so there's that.
Right.
Sharpshot EFX says, I just made a hanging display mount for my Bucky arm. I cut and bent a pool noodle, covered it in tape, and attached it to a hook and hung it up. Makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So how'd you make your Bucky arm?
I think he talked about it higher up there. I think he did spandex and foam.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little hard for me to find.
It'd be really hard to find, yeah.
Moon Eyes 2K says Pete, P-E-E-E-E-T. So Pete.
Oh, it is Pete. Okay. It's just spelled in a way that we don't think about it.
Well, we're Americans, and there's rules, and we never follow any of them. So
right.
Does the I say the E sound, or is it saying its own name because there's a letter after it? You know, there's rules, but we break the rules more than we follow them. So.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then we also like to be creative in our like name spellings and stuff like that too.
Yeah, we do.
You know.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah, I believe it's somewhere around there. We'll double check the pattern before we glue anything down. But so we made progress today. We put the large crank generator box. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. We finished the large crank generator box and attached it to the small crank generator box with the crank generator hallway, because as Chris points out in his video, if things needed to get from the large box to the small box, they're going to need a little hallway to go through.
Yeah. And we got 2 of them.
And we got 2 of them because...
We're both going to...
Yeah. We may as well make 2.
Sorry.
It's going to take a little more time, but...
not significantly
not
more in
significantly,
comparison
no.
as if we built one and then we built another.
Exactly.
But if
and honestly, we would never build another.
No, not after finishing a project. I will not want to go back.
Nope. Best to do 2 now, or 2 won't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will lose motivation. I will have 1 completed, and I don't want to go back to square one. So
that's right.
I know myself. So.
Sounds like you know me pretty well too. I'm not big on redoing. You ever get a redo one of your props? Probably not.
I think we've discussed that before, where we've been like, yeah, I've done it, and I'm gonna do it.
Oh, do it again.
I recommend not starting that way. I recommend starting that way, but you can't get me to do it again.
Right, I don't want to do that again.
Yes. Shot FX EFX says, my Bucky arm is one of those cheap vinyl ones from eBay. I had to do a lot of cutting and velcroing to fit my arm, and the material was awful because nothing wanted to stick to it. Yep, sounds.
Yep, sounds like vinyl.
Yeah.
But okay, cool.
Neil Leifler says, some languages borrow from others. English pulls other language into a back alley and roughs them up for spare verbs.
Yeah.
We make up our own rules here, and you better get in line and follow them.
Man.
Can't believe, who you gonna call? Odin Makes. And then
Foam Busters. No, sorry.
There you go. David Rosales says, Odin, I have been watching your videos for a while, and my favorite videos is the face hugger video. I'm planning on making one myself.
Sweet. Please do. That was fun. I think... So, didn't quite work with Evil Ted on DIY Prop Shop, right? So, I was making my videos, and then he made a Fallout prop to go along with a Fallout prop that I had made, and he called that out. It's like, because Odin make this, I'm going to make the chest armor piece, and that was exciting for me. It's like, dude, Evil Ted's talking about me. This is cool.
Yeah. Because you would geek out over him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's this video from Evil Ted. I have this pattern from Evil Ted.
It's Evil Ted.
He's an Evil Ted fan.
I'm totally a Ted fan. Oh, when Ted and I finally met, it was like fangirl explosion from both of us. It was great. So Evil Ted has stuff in Michael's right now, right? He's got some silicone molds, and his picture's up. He's kind of the face of the foam portion of the cosplay section for Michael's. When I finally ran across him at LA Comic Con in 2019, the Michaels representative was talking to him at the time, and it was all said and done, right? But still, that's where they were at. He wasn't out yet. He couldn't talk about it. She couldn't talk about it. And then he saw me, and we exploded. We went back and forth for half an hour. She sat there and watched us. And then I finally go, did I interrupt something? I'm really sorry. And she's like, oh, no, this is great. So, yeah.
The passion.
Yeah. Ted. And then Ted mentioned something, and there was a point, but I forgot it now because we talked to... I was talking about Ted.
Yeah, he fangirls out over Ted. We got off something. Yeah.
What was it with Foam and Ted? There was something being said.
You made a video, he shouted you out.
Yes. He shouted me out. So the face hugger. I'm making the face hugger on my channel, and the face hugger's got a segmented tail, right? It's kind of like an earthworm. It's kind of the way it looks. So in order to make that easily, I made one long tapering tube of foam, and then took rubber bands and just dropped rubber bands on it to squeeze it up, and then went back and covered everything with latex. So even though the rubber bands are going to break, and they probably have at this point,
They're
latex,
still there.
yeah, they're still there, and the latex is going to be encapsulating them, and they're still going to be okay. That was one of the first things that Ted commented on one of my videos on my channel. He's like, "What a brilliant idea!" And so that was really kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more Ted.
I would have never known, but now I can see the little rubber band spots.
Yep. It's just rubber bands. It was the easiest way to do that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, Sean Carter says, and now Odin Makes is a bigger channel than Evil Ted. But I think, Odin, you're still a big Evil Ted fan.
Oh, total Evil Ted fan. I'm still a William Shakespeare fan.
Yeah, Mr. J says Evil Ted is flippin' awesome. So.
Yes.
And then...
Something really fun for Evil Ted for me, too, is he's actually doing the business, too. Right, he's actually worked on movies. He's worked with...
you see his experience.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
Fully, so...
Yeah. Great channel. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And then...
He'll be live streaming tomorrow at
cool.
9. So us coming on at 11, which if you're a patron, we'll be on at 11. But if you're, we're open to the full public streaming at noon. But by us coming on at those times, we won't be overlapping Ted's stream.
Oh, good. So you could get double streams in one
Yep.
day.
And we won't be crossing those streams.
Yeah, Sean Carr says, oh, no hate for Evil Ted.
Yeah, none.
None whatsoever.
I don't have any hate for any of the builders on YouTube. Everyone's sharing, and it's just really cool.
Yeah.
I really think it is. I really like the fact that from what I've seen, from the YouTubers that I've watched, not even the ones that I've met, because I've watched more than I've met, there isn't that gatekeeping. There isn't that, no, this is how I do things. This is my secret. It's like, no, it's totally, hey, do it like this. And that's really cool.
Yeah, I remember even like with Ian and Anthony, they were always open for collaborations. They're like,
Right.
They fully supported. Like even you, make your own things. Yes, please.
Yes,
Let's build more together.
Right.
Yeah. So.
The big thing for me, having worked in broadcast television, just briefly, but broadcast television is appointment TV, and the show is on from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. And so are a whole bunch of other shows at the exact same time. So you are competing for eyeballs, is what they ended up calling it, right? Because there's only one set of eyeballs can only watch one show. That's not the case with YouTube at all. All of you, if you want to watch all of my videos and all of Ted's videos and all of Punish Props videos and all of on and on and on, you can, in whatever order you want, at your own pace. And that, I think, is awesome, that we are not competing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not appointment TV.
It is not appointment
TV. It's a
TV.
whole new game.
Yes.
The rules to the game have gone out the window, and they're new ones now.
Yep. Everybody wins. So.
Or everybody loses.
Or everybody loses. Yeah, we're all in this together. We either all win or we're all gonna lose. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, any fun last minute thoughts? As I talk away on something weird and esoteric.
I was gonna say somebody's asking you to make Thor's hammer, but they're asking for the new one from God of War.
Oh right.
Yeah, the Spammer Man.
Yeah, the Mjolnir from God of War looks really cool. I actually have interest in making more Mjolnirs. I just haven't yet.
Yeah, and then Nick Carter says major thumbs up for YouTube makers keeping in touch with the keep teaching the masses. Sorry, I cannot read, people.
Yes, major thumbs up.
Yes, so I think it's like 2:15 past.
Yeah, we've
been dragging this out. We got a little bit accomplished.
I don't think we really drug it out, but
no, I know.
Yeah.
Just our long goodbyes.
We're dragging our long goodbyes, definitely.
Yes.
So everyone, thank you very much for spending your Sunday with us. It's always fun to spend Sunday with you guys. Live streaming is all about connecting with you guys, and thank you for showing up and being part of that and being the point of that. So really, seriously, cool. Thank you guys.
Yes. Yes, thank you for giving us a reason to build this Proton Pack. Thank you for being here, and I suppose we'll see you guys next week, right?
Yeah, we'll see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for the final Sunday stream for the foreseeable future, because the first Sunday of 2022, we will not be here. We'll be on Monday. I almost said that wrong. So it'll be Mondays.
Yeah, starting next year, we will be Mondays. 2022, we will be Mondays.
We will be Mondays.
But next week will be Sunday.
Yep, next week will still be the final Sunday. And we'll be on noon for public, for everyone to see. And if you happen to be a patron, then we start about 11:15ish. We want to make sure we get it. It used to be 11, but 11:15 ended up being a little better for traffic and getting it to start on time. So we started 11:15, and the first 45 minutes is all about the patrons, because the patrons make the show go.
Yes.
All of you guys that help support this channel, the support literally pays the rent for the building that I'm in, and lets me have the space and the ability to do this. I do not have the space to do this at home.
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Odin Makes is brought to you by viewers like you. So everyone, Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hit the like, subscribe, feed the algorithm gods.
Feed the algorithm gods. Yes, thank you.
So thank you.
Click one of the random buttons and see what happens.
Which one?
Not that one. No, I don't know.
I know.
Wait, no, don't leave, Odin. Sorry, T-Cat.
So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Watch out for. You still have time to enter the Ryobi tool giveaway.
You do still have time to enter the Ryobi tool giveaway, yes.
Yeah, so he'll be announcing on Christmas Eve, so.
Yep. I will do one of the YouTube post, the comment, the YouTube
community post?
Yeah, community post. That's it. It's lunchtime. My brain is not working.
It's 15 minutes past saying goodbye. Well, 20 now.
All right. Well, it's the long big goodbye.
Yeah, so. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.